that I need you, baby, I want you.
What you cooking?
It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it take, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it take, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. You loud through the spot, I gotta let you know. I want you forever, I can feel it in my soul. Kept it real from the start, that's what I love about you. Even when they talk you down, girl, I'm still about you. Can't nobody change the way that I feel about you. Nobody perfect, gotta find the one that's worth it. You the one, I can finally stop my search. Give you my heart, even though you ain't no surgeon. I was a mess when you met me, I was traumatized. Scared of commitment from the past, they told me nothing but lies. My heart was dead, but when you came, girl, it came alive. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it takes, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it takes, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too.
Hey, we so allergic to the board, so what you talking about? I get my heart, you give me yours, and we can swap it out. Her, you can be like DJ up my life and walk it out. Her, we can stay right here, pipe it up, pipe it out. Don't let me label you a snitch because you telling lies. Hey, don't I keep you on point, bitch, and hella high. Hey, it's your boy, Boo, I'm introduced to better times. It's something about you that I keep a nigga mesmerized. Shit, he'll get me every time. She play my songs and let it ride. Girl, I gotta fuck with you, keep it real and hella fine. And you bring me better vibes. Girl, you just so energized. Only time can tell if we gon' let it ride. What's the time?
Bachelor.
Did you mean the words that you said? To get by every day, I replay the words in my head. The way you held me in bed, I can't understand the distance. It's killing me. Softly, I told you from the jump, if this ain't what you want, to leave me alone. I told you from the jump not to waste my time, 'cause I was doing just fine on my own. I never asked for anything of you. I never asked for anything from you, just for you to be true, not to me, but to you. I never wanted a blended family, but I accepted all of you indefinitely. You got everything of me, left no parts of me. I told you from the jump, if this ain't what you want, to leave me alone. I told you from the jump, don't waste my time, 'cause I was doing just fine on my own. Fine on my own.
You see a real nigga right, see him fucking with you strong, and you need to leave that nigga alone, baby. You need to leave that nigga alone, won't you? Do yourself a favor, leave that nigga alone. You see a real nigga right here, and I'm fucking with you strong, and you need to leave that nigga alone, baby. Real, hey, you need to leave that nigga alone, won't you? Do yourself a favor, leave that nigga alone, hey.
Let's talk about what's now. Here I am right now. And boy, show you that I'll always love and care.
Yeah, I know you fed up, trying to get your bread up, and he ain't did a said nothing. Maybe he goes a heads up, maybe keep your head up. It look like you need to dead something, you know when this a real one, and I ain't gon' feed you breadcrumbs. I know you tired of living check to check, fixing all your problems with sex talk instead of fucking text. Your nigga need to be your bestie. Girl, I know you tired of that stressing, and your loyalty is always questioned.
Let's talk about what's this. Let's talk about what's now. Here I am right now. And boy, I'm here to show you that I'll always love and care.
You see a real nigga right, see him fucking with you strong, and you need to leave that nigga alone, baby. You need to leave that nigga alone, won't you? Do yourself a favor, leave that nigga alone. You see a real nigga right here, and I'm fucking with you strong, and you need to leave that nigga alone, baby. Real, hey, you need to leave that nigga alone, won't you? Do yourself a favor, leave that nigga alone, hey.
Choose between me and you. 'Cause if it comes to that, it is just a fact. I'll choose me, boo. I refuse to choose between me and you. 'Cause if it comes to that, it is just a fact.
man fucked up, baby girl, that's my blessing. You having problems, baby. I'm having problems too. I know you have. Forget about your problems for the night, yeah. I just wanna have you for the night, yeah. Let me take a shot after shot. Order up another round. I see you winding, baby. Shots of juice just to get you loose. I see you winding, baby. In love with your body and the way you move. Moving like a snake, yeah. I just wanna bite you. I can't even lie, girl, that ass looking righteous. You know you want me, baby. I know you want me too. Leave all your problems, baby. Take shots, relax your mind. I just wanna chill with something real. Tryna party, tryna have a good time, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot.
Girl, what you gonna shake that thing for me? Ride on that dick until that thing gon' eat. I can make you come like you came for me. Hit it from the back, I bet you ain't gon' sleep. Girl, what you gonna take this pain from me? I'm hoping that you never play them games on me. But if I never try, shame on me. And if you ever lie, lame on me. We taking shots after shots, gon' plot at the spot. We gon' drop all the tops, watch all the thighs, girl, proper squat. I can't even lie, girl, you rock, you hot. No need to be shy, girl, show me your knack. I'ma keep it fly, girl, I keep it not. I just had to try, girl, I shoot my shot. Then I box inside, we fucking all night while her nigga locked
Leave all
down.
your problems, baby. Take shots, relax your mind. I just wanna chill with something real. Tryna party, tryna have a good time, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot.
Let's roll, baby. Grab me by the hips, take control with me. And let's rendezvous, cause I like to take a few shots at you. Come chill for just a little, cause I like your style. Put some cream in the middle, cause I want you. We are all made. Let's get it poppin' tonight, I'm all horny. Get up and roll up and put it in my cup. It's your chance, hurry up, take that cup, double stuff, cause I need it. Best believe it. Let's get it poppin' tonight, you gon' receive it. Take a shot with me, cause I need you. I'll even leave all my problems, baby. Yeah, yeah.
Leave all your problems, baby. Take shots, relax your mind. I just wanna chill with something real. Tryna party, tryna have a good time, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, yeah. Shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot, shot after shot. Yo, came in by myself, don't need no friends. I just called a jug, I'm in the wind. It feel better when you get it on your own. Made myself a boss, I did it on my own. Came in by myself, don't need no friends. I just called a jug, I'm in the wind. It feel better when you get it on your own. Made myself a boss, I did it on my own.
Since I can't help by myself, I don't need nobody else. I ain't even asked for help. Ran this shit up by myself. Niggas tried to cross me out, they tried to leave me on the shelf. Had to keep it real with myself, nigga. If nobody else feel like the last nigga left, got me watching all my steps. Little bitch mad, she need help. She want cash, she want wealth. I'm keeping it real to my death. I ain't never have stealth. She tryna kick it, black belt, cold heart, I made it melt.
Cold hard, should've signed what I bought. Gave it everything I had. Had to get up in my bag, yeah. I ain't never going back, yeah. Came in by myself, don't need no friends. I just called a jug, I'm in the wind. It feel better when you get it on your own. Made myself, don't need no friends. I just called a jug, I'm in the wind. It feel better when you get it on your own. Made myself a boss, I did it on my own. Ain't nobody say they gave me shit. I turned nothing into something, got me lit. Every day you know I'm trying to run it all. Niggas saying that they down and let me stall. Cry for help, them niggas never show me love. Had the jewel, on it all, cash, never know. Gotta make sure that my people straight. Gotta make sure that my people straight. Can't get greedy with this shit for everybody. Lost my nigga to the streets, it got me hard by. I can't take no shit from nobody, I ain't going for it. Niggas talking like they real, but we ain't going for it.
Pretty much.
No.
Pretty much. Yep. Hey guys, how are y'all? Welcome to my dysfunctional family.
Hi.
Every Wednesday, 6 to 8.
What it do?
I missed you guys.
I thought it was 6:30. It's not 6:30?
No,
Oh, it's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Time for my dysfunctional family to rock.
Y'all have sent a message out. I thought it said 6.
I'm not
That
doing
wasn't the
that.
message?
Nope.
I'm not doing
Nope,
this.
we're not.
That was the movie
We're not even
6:30.
gonna go there.
That was
The
it.
movie 6:30.
Yeah, y'all know that movie 6:30.
No, I don't. There's a movie.
Starring
Now
Cody
you're
and
lying
Ashanti,
again. You know I
Featuring
don't.
Don and Bradley.
Wow.
Because in a minute, it was about to be the Cody and Ashanti show.
It sure, it kind of happens already on
What was
its
it,
own from time to time.
What y'all gonna call it?
Hey, we're kind of matching today. You see that?
The curls.
The curls.
And the nuggets.
And the Nugga apparel. Yes,
Shit
yes.
coming, you know what
I
I'm
didn't
saying?
get the memo for
You
the
didn't-
for
but
the
you know
knuckle
what?
well.
You are in
Black
theme.
Black kind of goes with
We'll put it
everything.
that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're Bradley, bro. You're here.
Yeah,
You being here is you being here in style. That's the style.
We can get with
See
that.
that.
We can go with that. I
I'll take
missed y'all. I say this every time because it's absolutely true.
You're in a good mood today.
I'm always in a good mood. What does that even mean?
Who's
Yeah.
never not in a good
In a
mood?
good
here?
mood today.
Tyshawn, he's always not in a good mood.
Oh,
Nah,
you didn't
I'm-
have to call him out like that.
I'm in. I
He
disagree.
said
I
who's
think
never.
I'm in a good mood.
He's never in a good mood.
That's how you. That's
chill.
your
Y'all
beats.
think that way? Y'all think I'm?
No,
Y'all think I'm angry?
I think you're always in a good mood whenever we come around.
You should start your beats like that.
They think I'm angry.
You didn't think he was angry when him and Mook got in an argument last week?
Nope, he was just discussing. Ain't that right?
Nah, I didn't storm out.
Tyshawn,
Nah.
I finished the whole show.
But everybody talked about it though. I had a couple people tell me that your
For real?
demeanor was off.
For real.
They
What?
said, what was up with Bradley? I had like 2 people for sure told me to say something.
It was AR.
2 people called me out about it. I won't tell you the 2 people, but 2 people said that he was different last week. They said it. They said he was. They said it was still good though. They said they could tell it was something different.
Now, was it towards
but
the
it was still
end?
good. No, they said the entire thing. They watched the entire
Really?
show.
I got to work on that. Ah, damn! I didn't know that. I thought I put the like just run with it.
Nah, they
I owe Mook
definitely,
ass whooping, but okay.
they definitely called it
We'll
out.
keep it going.
It was like, what y'all talk with Bradley different? What was different about what was going on with him? I was
What
like,
happened to Bradley?
But 2 different people said it. I will tell you that it was 2 different people.
So
Wow,
that
that's good.
means
That's good data.
you can read energy.
That's good though. That means
that's good
people
detail.
are buying into our characters. That means if people are watching that much where they can tell when something's different, that means somebody was paying attention.
Something happened.
yeah.
So
Oh,
let's
wow,
do it.
yeah.
10 snaps per
Hey
hour.
man,
That's what's up.
What they
That
said
means
on
the
the
demographic coming up.
what that dude
I mean,
said
the
about-
audience coming up.
on the 5 heartbeats. Niggas just gotta learn how to use it.
Nights like this. That's what he said.
When they got to fight, remember when they got to fighting on the stage, and he was like,
I was a Temptations guy. I ain't never got into 5 heartbeats.
"Whoa, don't do my boy Robert Townsend."
Here we
like
go.
that."
It just was the
I was
music
a
just wasn't.
Temptations
Here we
person,
go.
but I like 5 heartbeats.
But it wasn't about that was about the Dells. The movie was based
I ain't
off the
into
Dells. I think Robert Townsend is one of the most slept on writers. He actually wrote the first black superhero, Meteor Man. Niggas forget about Meteor Man being the first black superhero.
Damn, I did forget about Meteor Man.
Meteor Man?
Who'd you say? Rob?
First black superhero is Blank Man.
J5.
What's happening?
But I think Meteor Man was even before Blank Man.
Really?
Nah.
Just think about, I think Meteor Man was like the 80s.
Blank Man came out.
I don't think I ever saw it, so it's like,
You never seen Meteor Man?
Oh, I thought you said you never saw
man.
Blank Man. I was about to jump across.
She probably haven't seen Blank Man either.
I probably have.
Shaft
I just
was the
don't
first.
really remember.
Shaft was definitely the first.
Shaft was the first.
This nigga was not a superhero. This nigga was
not
a pimp detective.
He was a pimp.
It was a man.
He was a pimp detective.
Look, for real. When they did his own, he had his own damn theme song. Shaft.
Wait, the music.
Is that big?
He made
I had an argument about that. Who had a longer intro before words were said? Shaft or Papa Was a Rolling Stone? Which
Papa
song?
Was a Rolling Stone.
Which song take longer to come on?
That's
Papa
a
was a
long
Rolling Stone.
ass introduction.
And
And as soon as the beat come on, you want to sing it, but you know the shit
That shit is
drag
fire.
out. But the instrumental
Shaft do
is
the
dope.
same thing though. Shaft do the same thing. Like when Shaft come on, Shaft don't just come on. It's like if you listen to the extended version, that shit just come on, just doo-doo, doo-doo. You just hear that shit come on,
And you start bobbing your head.
and you know it's coming.
You know it's
And then
coming.
out of nowhere, who is the man?
And you don't
And
even
you-
know when it's coming. You
And
never know.
every-
As many
you gotta
times you
give
listen
Isaac
to it, do
Hayes
you ever
credit
know
for
when it's
that one
coming.
though.
Oh yeah, shout out to Isaac Hayes. That's when people were doing real instrumentation though. So I think the instruments drove a lot of the songs back then.
Now it's more so just beats.
808s kick in. She not playing with y'all.
I know. I'm gonna give me some for real.
Y'all need to have to
I
take
just
another.
wanna let y'all
Let's
know.
run through the topics and have another topic.
Welcome.
Whoa.
As we
Okay,
look,
just-
was making sure they
as we are
I thought she
here,
shook.
she did.
She shook.
Shook a shay. She.
I ain't never heard you call her Shook a Shay.
The Shika Shay.
Oh, hello there. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Wait a second.
What we got, Cole?
I'll be right back.
I think we should go on break. Shout out to Cody. Y'all see that thing leaving.
Oh,
I ain't looking, but y'all seen it leave. The views just gonna go up off that one.
off that ass alone.
Off 2 minutes. Cody, I mean, Ashanti, you should have just went on ahead and just gave us out. Nah, man, this is exciting, man.
No, we rolling.
Do men support each other like women do?
That one was mine, and I think that's a good one. Can't wait. Can't wait to crack
Only
into
because
that
it
one.
was yours.
Can't wait to crack into that one now.
Our melanin costs more than eight times more than gold.
Who?
Our melanin.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay, let's do that.
Where the other one?
The exclamation point.
It's one at the top.
You wanna-
Here.
You don't know how to work a phone. Roles in society are changing. There are more independent women and less strong men. More men gossiping than women these days.
Let's
Why?
going back to that same topic kind of about our women stick together more than men. Come on, keep going. Let's go.
Okay. And
I said the one at
also-
the bottom. I said one of the ones at the bottom.
I see. And then also we got a special guest. Who is more responsible for the image of Black America, the media or Black America itself? Oh, that's real good. Damn, ain't nobody put their name by that one. But that's what's up.
That was mine.
For
No,
real.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That one was dope.
Shanti's. She don't take care about credit.
And also, stats show that this day and age, the rate of marriage is at an all-time low. Most relationships end because of infidelity. So now, polygamy, Don,
We've been talking about it.
have multiple
Get you
intimate
another.
relationships at one time. More than 25% of millennials agree and say they will not marry. Ooh, we got a juicy show for y'all today, man.
Not
You
a
gotta
juicy show.
We're
That
gonna
shit-
put this in the descriptions, man. We're gonna put this in the
Yeah,
descriptions,
man.
man.
Look, y'all
We wanna
better-
hate all y'all
y'all better-
mindsets on this one.
I'm trying to tell you.
Which
you
one?
probably-
And they all kind of go in together, man. We're gonna go into a break. Let's get a little bit more music. Let's get our guests in here. We about to eat, man. It's my dysfunctional family 6 year. We've been doing this thing for 6 years strong, man. I wanna
6
say
whole years.
6
Siete.
whole years.
Long,
Siete.
and you know, longer than most black businesses survive.
We've
Small
we've-
businesses. I shouldn't say small. I should say
I think it's
small.
majority. I think it's more. I think it's not even black business. I think
I
it's
said
just
small.
business.
Yeah, I meant to say small businesses survive. Yeah. Bye bye.
My Dysfunctional Family on YouTube right now. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at my_dysfunctional_family.
Ow.
Hey, y'all come right.
She love when a real nigga in her guts. I hit from the back, I be killing her. I turn her around, I be drilling her. I love how she shake when she catching us. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She want me tending her. If it ain't wet, then I eat it up. I kiss it, she love when I'm teasing her. In love with the stroke, I be pleasing her. Knee deep in that pussy, I beat it up. She love when we fuck, cause I hammer her. That shit was so tight, had me feeding her. The air was so fat and the head was tough. So strong in the mind, ain't no flexing her. Came up in the hood, ain't no checking her. I'm blowing her rest, had the bells of her. She throwing it back in the Tesla. Came up on her own, ain't no stressing her. She move like a goon when this shit get tough. She stuffing the leaf like pressure. She dropped to her knee, cause my day was rough. She gets the tail just to stand them up. I just might fuck her on camera. She said she into that freaky shit. She nasty fucking like Pamela. Smoke a elder, boost my stamina. I just might sleep in it all night. Give me that look in his own sight. Peeping that gut with his long palm. She love when a real nigga in her guts. I hit from the back, I be killing her. I turn her around, I be drilling her. I love how she shake when she catching us. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She like all that freaky and kinky stuff. I dig it down, put my thumb in her butt. She was basic, you know that I bite her. Yeah, that pussy good, but I ain't wifing ya. I'm all in the mouth, yeah, I tried enough. I don't need all your time, just one night with her. Ain't taking you out, ain't no dating hoes. Foreign bitches, I got 8 of those. You want some kids, I told her swallow those. She eat the dick up like it pop it up. Get sloppy toppy, eat sloppy Joe. Trading bitches, we can swap her. When the quantity free, got a lot of hoes. You going out bad, need to borrow her. I'm so slimy, cut the for my partner hoe. When he asks about it, I say I don't know. Pussy ain't having a whole big party. Probably got your auntie on the market. I got all type of hoes and all type of price. Determine what is your bargain. Domestic violence in the pussy. I'ma fuck on your hoe, she looking. And I'm selling wood for her with low self-esteem. So baby, come book me. She love when a real nigga in her guts. I hit from the back, I be killing her. I turn her around, I be drilling her. I love how she shake when she catching us. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. Oh, she love when a real nigga in her guts.
Drake ain't what you say. What's up, Drake ain't better keep playing. We want the money, we aim for the bank, yo. They see the money, they hang, yo. We get money, we paid. I'ma hit the wall, make them hit them folks. Make them drop and roll, make them get down low. Michael Jackson toes, hit the Tootsie Roll. My jewelry be full, got chronic cold. Drake ain't the new wave if they didn't know. I just ate that beat like some nacho balls. They already knew I wave. 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 Wave, 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 wave. They already knew I 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 wave. All the water make them drown. Do your dance, break it down. If you gon' step, make a sound. We counting up, they counting down. I walk up, do virtual learning. I get to my rest, my earnings. I'm with a little baby called surfing. Give a candy bag, not a Birkin. I'm the wave, I'm the move. I'm the motion, what's the move? They know Trick ain't bet the rules. Before the lie, breaking news. They already knew that I was stealth. Felt like Kappas by myself. BB Simons on my belt. I get wavy, Michael Phelps. They already knew I wave. 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 Wave, 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 wave. They already knew I 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 wave.
She love when a real nigga in her guts. I hit from the back, I be killing her. I love how she shake when she catching us. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts. She love when a real nigga in her guts Yo, Ren, turn that up.
Christian Louboutin, let's shop at the store. Chanel, man, she want her some Dior. The way we ball a nigga who keepin' score. Walkin' this bitch and everything yours. Good cash, keep you sharp as a sword. Looking something like you can't even afford. Walked in, niggas opening doors. The way that she looking, you thanking your Lord. She know how to shake it in the red bottom. She don't give a fuck what you say about it. If the money don't get you, then the head got you. If sex don't do it, then the bread got you. We just fucking in the bed while we lay like it. I'ma roll up the gas while she head topping. Bet your bitch call me Fred, where the bed rockin'. Ain't pussy and she ain't even said stop. Pushed up, shouted, look in the core. Let's make a movie, babe, let's record. Knew everything, cause she got destroyed. Beat in your back and I broke out the board. Your nigga callin', you gon' keep him annoyed. She only fuck with him when she get bored. Lost trust, shit can't even get restored. He pushing up, it's this little mission aboard. Susie pull up, she play dead possum. The way you fuck, girl, I be scared about you. Let me know if I need the red dot. I don't wanna leave a nigga dead about you. How the fuck we get here, just want some head at you. And I know all the shit that they say about you. And that nigga only really want bread at you. And they say I fuck with you the head doctor. Christian Louboutin, let's shop at the store. Chanel, man, she want her some Dior. The way we ball a nigga who keepin' score. Walkin' this bitch and everything yours. Good cash, keep you sharp as a sword. Looking something like you can't even afford. Walked in, niggas opening doors. The way that she looking, you thanking your Lord. She know how to shake it in the red bottom. She don't give a fuck what you say about it. If the money don't get you, then the head got you. If sex don't do it, then the bread got you. We just fucking in the bed while we lay like it. I'ma roll up the gas while she head topping. Bet your bitch call me Fred, where the bed rockin'. Ain't pussy and she ain't even said stop. Ain't pussy and she ain't even said stop. Ain't pussy and she ain't even said stop. I don't give a fuck what the niggas say about it. I don't give a fuck what the niggas say about it. Let's stop arguing, girl, just make love to me. Just make love to me. We ain't even been fucking how we supposed to be. Fucking how we supposed to be. See you out here fucking niggas that's broken and gave your ass the best and the most of me. Paid them tabs and the groceries. Shawty went too big on how she loving me. Too big on how she loving me. All the thing give a fuck about is the luxury. Give a fuck about what's the luxury. Ask myself, why the fuck do you fuck me? I don't even know that you gon' be stuck me. You can trade luck, tryna find you another me. Shit out of hand and it really got ugly. Shit ain't got ugly. Look on your face, say, I don't want you touching me. Bad times a bad bitch can make you feel ugly. Why your ass feel like you above me? Name talk bad, get attitude ugly. Spend all this cash and now you readily. Now you got 1,000 bitches running up after me. I miss the way we used to fuck God on the balcony. I miss all the naked pics that was in my gallery. I was trying to turn your ass to your majesty. Now broke ass got you eating that Applebee's. Let's stop arguing, girl, just make love to me. We ain't even been fucking how we supposed to be. See you out here fucking niggas that's broken and gave your ass the best and the most of me. Paid them tabs and the groceries. Shawty went too big on how she loving me. Too big on how she loving me. All the thing give a fuck about is the luxury. Give a fuck about what's the luxury. Ask myself, why the fuck do you fuck me? I don't even know that you gon' be stuck me. You can trade luck, tryna find you another me. You can trade luck, tryna find you another me. You can trade luck, tryna find you another me. Ask myself, why the fuck do you fuck me? I don't even know that you gon' be stuck me. You can trade luck, tryna find you another me. can do this all without you. You know I can ball without you. You know I can ball without you. I can do this all without you. I can do this all without you. I'm still gonna stand tall without you. I'm still gonna stand tall without you. You know I can ball without you. You know I can ball without you. I can do this all without you. I can do this all without you. I never ask for shit, cause you already know I got it. Pain run so deep, man, the nigga finna go see skies. The way these bitches switch, man, you gotta say fuck all these times. The way these
Trick ain't what you say. What's up, Trick ain't, buddy, keep playing. We want the money, we aim for the bank, yo. They see the money, they hang, yo. We get money, we paid. I'ma hit the wall, make them hit them folks. Make them drop and roll, make them get down low. Michael Jackson toes, hit the Tootsie Roll. My jewelry before got Corona cold. Trick ain't the new wave if they didn't know. I just ate that beat like some not your balls. They already knew our wave. 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 Wait, 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 wait. They already knew our wave. 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 All the water make them drown. Do your dance, break it down. If you gon' stop, make a sound. They counting up, they counting down. I walk up to virtual learning. I get to my rest, my earnings. I'm with a little baby called surfing. Give a candy bag, not a Birkin. I'm the wave, I'm the move. I'm the motion, what's the move? They no trick, ain't bet the rules. Reporting live, breaking news. They already knew that I was stealth. Felt like Kappas by myself. BB Simons on my belt. I get wavy, Michael Phelps. They already knew our wave. 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 Wait, 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 wait. They already knew our wave. They already knew our wave. They already knew our wave. They already knew our wave.
Try
I'm
it.
say, can they see your feet?
Don't deny it.
Hey man, very special guest in the building. Very special guest in the building. Very special guest in the building. Welcome to
Number.
We have Mark
Monty, what up, Trey?
Hackworth here.
He's real, people. I literally thought he was a robot. I thought he was somebody
He was an
that-
algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was an algorithm.
he was
that
an
just
algorithm.
plugged into certain things that we
He was
say.
always on time. He'd be here before we get.
Right.
He was on time.
The show ain't on, y'all.
The comments was on point. He would say some shit. I'm like, huh.
Added some value.
You know what I mean?
And didn't you call in one time when we had the phone? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
You were our last phone caller.
My boy Brian, why you gotta come?
He was our last phone call.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't even do phone calls anymore because we're live, but we're not live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely. Welcome to the table, Mark. It's good to be here. It's good to have you.
Did the room look as big as it looks on TV? All right, cool. I just wanted to know. I was just trying to see perspective from others.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for being just consistently showing your support, genuinely. And honestly, there are other supporters, but definitely we see your presence. And so, what better way to just
No one comments like you. No one puts in the actual
work
and the wordings of what.
To give your dissertation.
Yeah, like nobody. Hey, yeah, it's just like one of those things. Like
Sometimes I'll be mad because I'll be like, man, I
I got
can't
so
type
much
that
to
fast
say.
enough. Like, I can't. It's only so much I can do. All right, I gotta shorten that. Nah, okay. redo that.
So from the outside looking at, I got questions. What are we looking like up here? Are we looking all right up here, man?
We some plum fools.
I mean, sometimes y'all be.
They be fooling, right? They be fooling.
You gonna say they like you ain't a part of us?
She exclude herself from
She
that.
done-
She over here talking about,
Like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I ain't part of that shit.
I know I do.
What makes what keeps you tuned in? Like what honestly, like what makes you tune in on the
Cody,
on the-
I can answer that.
Get out of here.
Is it the peanut butter?
I told you.
Actually, as I started listening more, y'all actually have a lot of good perspective. I like y'all dynamic. Y'all work really well together.
That means a lot coming from you, Mark.
Let them finish.
That means a lot. Bro. That's
But for the number
Wait,
one fan.
you earned your pay in gold, bro. For real, bro.
You are always welcome to the dinner table, like for sure, man. We definitely appreciate you. Just always tuning in and always having something to say because that, like, to do it to deaf ears is like that's the worst part about it. If nobody's actually interacting, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't give it that same thing. So I definitely appreciate you for always. You know what I'm saying. I've argued with you and never seen you. Like I done had.
That's the funniest thing because I be ready to drop all the jewels that you be saying, and then Don be like, He just go in.
But I feel like now he's here, so I really can't wait to get into these topics. Because I mean, it's good to see him, but I really want to dive into these topics. I definitely know he's gonna give us some great perspective. Give your Instagram out for everybody who don't know it.
It's just at Mark Hackworth. First name, last name is real simple. You know, because I got to make sure that when I'm 2023, sexiest man alive.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
He claimed it. Remember, he said it. He said it here.
first.
He said it here. We're gonna run this tape back in 2023 and say,
Right.
I told you, nigga.
I ain't gotta
I'm
try
beautiful.
to put my name back, you know?
Yes.
You got it.
For real.
Keep it strong. Keep it strong.
So, as we said, we're gonna jump into these topics, and I'm gonna run them down. We're gonna start with maybe, do men support each other like women support each other?
we started with that.
No,
We already said all the topics while you was
said all the
outside
topics.
getting marked. We already said all the topics. We already said them all. We already ran them down.
We did. I think that's.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect one to start with.
And that
These niggas ain't shit,
and
like
that-
these hoes be saying.
and that one
Niggas
is
ain't shit.
that one is mine. And let me tell you where that came from. I just noticed in the community how ladies uphold each other.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, do
We
we?
don't know each other.
Yeah.
Women jump on women's side
Let
immediately.
Bradley talk about his topic.
Immediately, y'all jump on each other's side.
That's correct. You know what I mean? That was an observation of me, like observation of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like when women get together, they start complimenting each other. They start throwing yeses at each other.
Yes.
Bitches at
That
yes,
nigga said,
bitch.
that nigga said they start throwing yeses.
Yes.
And you knew exactly. I'm like, yeses. I'm thinking like they yes when
Yeah,
like they
man.
do each other say that nigga. She
You know,
said, yes.
I see you, queen, and all of that, and I'm like, and then I see it gives each other a boost.
Yes.
And things like that. No matter what the hell they got going on, they can be selling fucking Pokemon cards or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Before you
whatever.
move past yours, when was the last time that you uplifted a guy? Like uplifted a guy on a dude on some situation?
I would say with sharing my resources. You know what I mean? When you share each other's resources.
But I'm saying like blatantly like women.
So before you
Yeah.
go into that though, I know it's like pull and pull. You were going into explaining how women show the gratitude and appreciation towards each other.
The support.
Now the support. Are you necessarily looking for men to have that same support towards each other, like verbiage, or is it more so of putting on? And then, like as Dawn said, when was the last time you've actually showed that support that you're speaking about? So, what type of support should men
Right.
push off to each other? And,
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I got you. So for me, how I support, us black men in our community is the share resources. You know what I mean? I share resources. Prime example, when, if Don got something going on or whatever's going on for Nugget, anything like that, and anything that he asks, like, hey, I need a photographer, or anything, this and that, you know what I mean? Whatever connects I have, I would just share those resources.
Okay.
That's my way of supporting.
Okay.
That's my way of supporting right there. It's not really verbally, like, you know, I'm not gonna like, bro, your haircut is real good. Yeah, I ain't gonna go into all the shit like that or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would do it.
Let him go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't
think us men, you know, we talk to each other like that, but we can show a form of support by sharing our resources and whatever you're in need of, and if I have access to, I can lend my strength. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say, I think a lot of the reason why we don't see that same support is because the support that women see a lot of the time is more emotional, right?
Okay.
It's that quick, I need to give you a compliment to uplift you. But for men, we're a lot more logical, results based, right?
Right.
So we'll.
That's what's important to
Right.
us.
So it's like instead
That's
of
what I'm
giving
hearing.
like maybe words of affirmation, we might do more or less like acts of service.
There you go. Hey, see, Mark, where the horn at, Shanti?
I have a complete problem with that whole thing. I think that's a fucking issue. I really think it's an issue because I think we need more of those words of affirmation. I think we need more of that. Like, men are taught that we're not supposed to be emotional, and at that point, we have that draw where you won't. If a nigga don't ask you, you're not really finna lend out your sources. You know what I'm saying? It almost took where somebody had to, like you said, I needed something. So yeah, of course you'll lend that hand. But most of the time, my dad gonna let me fall. My mom not gonna let me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad gonna be like, nigga, go scratch your knee. My mom gonna be like, well, here go the Band-Aid and the peroxide. My dad gonna let me scratch my knee, nigga, and figure out how you get over that burn. I just feel like men are just, like you said, we're
wired differently. Like, you know, I feel like it's not that's not on the important side. We're more results driven,
and that's why we don't show each other that same support.
But I feel like, you know, as time has gone on, the results have proven that once you all are getting that support that women give each other, that emotional,
We're crazy.
y'all like, yeah, I like it. Y'all sometimes don't know how to handle, like, y'all get big headed.
Oh,
I think it's ego. I think it's men ego. It's ego and pride.
Yeah, so it's more so like, instead of it, well, because for women it's like we're feeding into our ego as well, you know. But at the same time, we take a sip of I guess thank you and humbleness within it at the same time. It's like, oh wow, someone else sees me in this light.
And y'all really do it more for each other than for us.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
we don't,
Of course.
like, I'm not getting a haircut I mean, of course, I want niggas to know I'm clean and shit, but like, women be like, y'all getting y'all nails done because other women like to see nice nails. Niggas don't care about nails.
That's a
like,
lie.
Nah, that's true. Nah,
No, I'm saying, like,
that's true.
long as your nails are clean, like, you have your nails right now are not, and not
Yeah.
to say anything. Your
Cody, I
nails,
tell you all the time, your hands look nice.
your hands
and
look
you
nice.
don't be having.
You don't have to have on no
nails
polish. You don't have to have, like, when women do that, that's another sense for another woman. A nigga is not deciding on if, like Kevin Hart said, if you got on red and plum, nigga, either way, we fucking. Like, nigga is not studying that. Like, that's nothing.
I beg to differ.
I was gonna
I
say
beg to differ.
Yes,
You
it-
never heard the dick grabbers?
What?
Okay,
No,
all right
I
then.
haven't. What is that? What?
When you have long nails,
I haven't heard of that.
you never heard that? You a damn lie. Shut the hell up.
That's
Drez
cool
got-
and all, but I'm not
Drez
gonna
got
stop
upset
you.
with me because I cut down my vacation nails to regular Ashanti size nails. He's like, I like the long nails. I was like, well, this ain't your goddamn hands. So I mean, to each his own.
Look, Shanti,
I'm just
you
saying.
shaking the whole damn.
Hold on. Mark trying to talk. But what I'm.
Okay, but like you're saying, like, okay, I've heard.
Can you turn him up a little bit?
But I know, like, nowhere in any of my conversations with, you know, my friends, do we ever say like, man, did you see those dick grabbers she got? No, nobody cares about that.
No nigga has ever looked at a girl's fingernails and
Right.
said, hey, bro, I can't fuck with her because she got them long ass nails or she got them short ass nails.
Wait, pause. Because I actually have heard this from a man. He said he's seen a woman and his nails were better than hers.
And now, if you're, I didn't say bad. I didn't say they can't. You can't have no dirty fingernails, no shit like that. What I'm saying is, long as it's well groomed and polished and doing other things, that's taking it to another level.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, y'all doing that for each other. We don't give a shit about. Like, any nigga in the club is not trying to see if your nails is matching your toenails. You know what
I
I'm saying?
want
That's
to
not
know
happening.
you gonna come home with me. That's important.
But overall, okay, skip
The
the
logical
nails,
part.
Skip the nails. We understand that logical standpoint. I feel as if
This show lit.
women are giving
This
men
show
more
lit today,
compliments
y'all.
as well. Because we're uplifting our kings. You know what I mean?
Y'all don't even give us compliments like
That's
that.
a lie.
Not as much as y'all give each other.
That's
Women,
a lie.
And if you do, you're doing it
That's a
intentionally
lie.
and you're working on it.
No.
You're working on it.
women do not compliment men as much as y'all compliment each other. Like, honestly, think about it. You think women compliment men more than they compliment each other? How many times have you walked in the room and probably said multiple things good about a woman, about multiple women in the room, but you might have said one good thing like, oh, I like how you smell.
You know what?
Because you know why? Because also
Now you ain't checking for a nigga.
Huh? No. I'm talking about there's times where
Niggas don't know how to take a compliment.
and some women don't know how to take compliment either, because it's like it's a half and half on the spectrum. Because
Women don't know
some
how to take a
women,
compliment?
No, because they'll either feel as if they're higher above you because people have praised looking like plastic or looking like you got it all to the point where you give somebody a compliment and they'll be like, Like, I know.
Shit. Somebody say that?
They'll either say or either they just won't
You can
really
say that?
acknowledge.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Or
I
they
didn't know
won't
that.
really acknowledge. And then and when it comes to a man like receiving a compliment, it's more so like, thank you. You paying attention to me. You know, you see me at the same time. But it's not always just about looks though.
But see, it's harder for us on that aspect too. Like, it's harder for a guy to just give a compliment.
Well, you can't just give a compliment to each other and be like, "Hey, bro, I see
No.
what you're doing." I
To
respect
women,
that.
to women. If a dude is giving a compliment to a woman, most of the time, women feel as if a guy is
Talking to him.
trying to pursue.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
everything a guy does is bad.
Every goddamn thing. If I wait to get the door for you, oh, you trying to talk to me?
Even if I give a guy a compliment, now this nigga probably sweet. Like, it's some it's just messed up. I cannot walk in a room and on a random situation and be like, if I ain't talking about a nigga's shoes or his fit, I can't compliment him. It's just that's not really what we're not allowed to. No matter how we try to put it. It's easier for women to do things, and men are always going to fail in that aspect until we get past, like, it's not.
I can agree, and I know it, because y'all know how when y'all be hive up and y'all, you know what I mean, y'all get y'all cold. And actually, it's beautiful. I wish the men community have it. I think we'd have a lot better men out here if we had that kind of support, things like that. But as far as we can go, like, hey, bro, there's some fly kicks. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is, it's like, should the compliments only revolve around the physical or materialistic? Because there's other things that you can compliment each other on.
Right.
You can acknowledge them.
Such as sharing of
A lot
resources.
of the reasons why we kind of go to the physical when it comes to compliments is because we often, like, we don't do it enough, especially like from a man to another man, to even get to the point where we're going deeper than that, right?
We stay right there.
Right. So it's like a lot of people don't know how to compliment because it does, like, when they, especially for certain men, like, it usually doesn't get celebrated. And
That's
one
true.
of the biggest things that my pastor taught me is, like, literally one of the things that I have taken away and taken from my day to day is what gets celebrated gets repeated. So if you
That's
compliment
good.
somebody,
That's good.
and you just don't get that kind of reaction that you're looking for, because I mean, sometimes yes, you just compliment them to compliment them, but you know, it's just human nature that you want a little bit of appreciation back for acknowledging, you know, them in that respect.
So you think that's also the problem in us? We're looking for something in return?
Sometimes, yeah.
Reciprocation. Yeah.
I mean, but that's just human nature. Like,
Yeah.
But do men, especially black men, do we receive that same reciprocation as far as I was listening to this girl, she said it on the other day, and I feel like this may be a little off topic, but she was saying, like, dudes like to be quote unquote pampered and like done up to, like, why is it never, hey baby, it's 7, hey, put some clothes on at 7, we going somewhere. Like that type of situation don't really happen. It's almost like we have to be in control at all times, and we can't never be emotional, or we can't never show a side of vulnerability or compassion, or
A side of
if you show too much compassion to a woman, you a pussy or a soft nigga.
that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't be too.
Yeah,
If you
that's
if
the
you're
thing.
emotional, if you're emotional as a guy, if you crying, like, I can't remember the last time I cried in front of a female. And I know it's mentally because I know I don't want to because I know how I don't want to seem.
Nah,
or
you
look.
gonna call me and we go to the bar and then we get that shit out.
But that's
there.
what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm gonna
Get
do.
that shit out
I'm gonna
there.
do that with you and him. But there's no female I can just call and like cry my heart out to.
And the thing, we're taught not to.
But I
you know
still
what I
would
mean?
feel. I still would feel so. And it's crazy. And I can think about this right now. It's for me to call you and say that I would feel less of a man in my head. And I know saying this out loud, I know I wouldn't call you with that because I would never want you to see in the mind of Don having. That's a sense of weakness in my eyes.
But you
having a
know what the
vulnerability
thing
part.
is men don't understand this part, and it's unfortunately what's
Talk to
been
him.
installed into you as a youngin is that we care about how you feel. We actually want to know how you are feeling. And we don't want you to hide it from us or always be tough, but we don't want you to be on your hands and knees 24/7 either.
Mm-hmm.
There's a balance. And it's the same thing for women too. Like I know sometimes I told my sister like, bruh, shape up.
Snap out of it.
Shape up. You have to have a balance.
I get it. I mean, I completely get it. I just I think it's more, like I said, more prone even in like the black community. I hear little white boys cry all the time, and it's not. I feel like their parents
And their father come.
their father's like,
and come
what's
hold 'em
going
down.
on? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this. Our dads is shut the fuck up, nigga. Tighten up. Why use you?
But you have to also think about the past behind that too.
What? Them niggas' daddy wasn't there, so y'all gonna act like this towards you?
They
Your
wasn't
daddy
there,
wasn't there,
or
so you gonna be mean to me,
their
nigga?
daddy
Yeah, we
wasn't
are the
there, or either
fatherless
they
generation.
were there and their parents taught them not to show that release of emotion.
You know, and I think that stems from us being the fatherless generation.
The mothers
It's
were trying to
from
be
us
so
being
tough.
slaves too. You can't sit there and cry, or you gonna get whipped by master.
Nah, I think like I think that stems from us being the fatherless generation to where we didn't get those compliments from our father for us to know that it's okay to compliment each other.
To compliment
You know what
each
I'm
other, and I think that's another reason we can't take a lot of direction from each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. A lot of reason we don't know how to take constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying?
Who don't?
Most black men. I think most black men.
People.
I think I did a good job
I think
last
most
week.
people. I can't even just put that on black people.
I wouldn't want to categorize
People
black.
don't know how to take constructive criticism properly to where they can.
Who asked for your
use it.
motherfucking opinion?
Right. Well, I didn't ask you. Well,
So that's a people thing. That's not a black people
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you step off of that. But I just want to let all my men at this table know that I truly care about every one of you, and you are very more welcome to release a load.
What
And
the-
we can talk things out if you need to.
You want me to vent to you? That what you saying?
You can.
She's saying that she's all ears.
I don't know if anybody want to hear the dark secrets that's going on in that head.
Man, the skeleton starting to build up in the
I'm
damn
thinking about
closet. I smell it all the way in the kitchen.
No.
I can't.
That nigga said I can smell the skeletons in the kitchen. What is going on?
Ah, joke, people.
What door did I just open?
Joke.
But I also feel like men, you men could definitely uplift each other a little bit more outside of
How
this.
though? Like what?
How?
What can I compliment Bradley on
Acknowledge-
other than, hey man, that shirt getting kind of tight on you, boy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Yeah,
What the
like,
fuck?
okay, I see you. I see you putting on.
But I think it's not. I don't think it's towards immediate men. You get what I'm saying? Like immediate. Like when I say immediate, like it's like the men around me. I tell Bradley like, oh, when he doing something good. You know what I'm saying? Or when he does something. It's not that. It's the guys out. The random. Y'all women will say, damn girl, that ass looking good, or damn girl, that you looking. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Like I'm not walking up to the random nigga and say like I compliment a nigga on his shoes. Like I'm because I love shoes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a form of it though.
But other
That's
than
as
that,
far as you can go.
that's as far as it's going.
I said that earlier. I said, "What's some nice kicks, bro?"
I had one
I
nigga.
said,
I did have this fire ass haircut one time, and a nigga said, "Bro, I don't want to know who your barber is, bro, because I'm gonna cheat on my girl." Like that was a cool ass compliment. A nigga said, "I don't want to know your barber, bro. I don't want to know who cut your hair, because I'm gonna cheat on my girl, bro." That was a fire. But you know how I felt for the rest of the day,
Huh.
nigga. I felt,
good, D.
nigga. I just wanted to walk up to somebody else's bitch and just
Wait, whoa.
because he put it.
"Be on your
Yeah.
best behavior."
This is live.
Yes, very much.
Best behavior today, y'all.
We got. There you go. Well, you know.
I was gonna bring her back to the house first. Never mind.
Okay.
So, men start complimenting each other, reinforce that that good energy.
I'ma
Just
do it.
Know that it's not always stemming from homosexuality. It's also of just noticing someone else that's in the same category.
But
right?
what can I compliment? Like honestly, what can I compliment? I'm asking you like honestly, what can I say? Like if a nigga, like what can a nigga say like
without being
weirdo? I like how you paid for that gas, bro. You paid cash. Like what the fuck? What can I say to
you a
it?
real provider, huh?
There's a time and place for everything. Am I right or wrong?
I can't talk about his beard too much. It's like, hey, bro, the beard cool. That's it.
But we
That's
just
it.
get
We
off
can't get
the
into
damn
like,
beard, bro.
we can't get into the, hey, bro, what you combing with?
Most of
Like,
the people who compliment my beard, because that is the only, like that's one of the main.
it's a beard gang though. It's beard
Yeah,
gang.
It's like
We're part of
I
the
need
culture.
to know how to get my beard like that. So I'm
And that's a form of complimenting, asking questions from a man's perspective.
So you asking who getting your nails? Where you get your nails done?
That's a form. Yes.
I get it.
See there.
Who lining you up like
They
that,
just
bro?
sit up here and say, "Hey, Mark, you got some nice dimples over there."
Yeah, no.
As
no,
a
no,
man,
that's
no.
a-
It's
Because
just
even
it's
sometimes
lines,
women
levels.
will be like, she hitting on me? She talking to me?
God.
Yes, because it is a line for women too.
Go there,
That's what I'm saying.
Ashanti.
It
We're
was a
rebellious.
girl at my damn job, and every day she tell me I'm so beautiful.
Till one day
Then-
she tried to hot down.
Then yesterday
She slide in the
she
DM.
tell me, "Oh, you have a Capricorn Venus," and I said, "How the fuck do you know that?" She said she looked up my birth chart. I said, "Bitch, you don't know where I was born, what
did.
time I was born."
She did
I'm
research
like,
on you.
How the fuck is you looking at my birth chart?
She's kind of interested.
Then
in
she's like, "Oh my gosh, Shanti, oh, you look so beautiful today. Can I get a hug?" And I'm just like, "Okay, now we're overextending the compliments. You gave me three compliments today,
And a hug.
5 yesterday, and then you want a hug before I
Wait,
leave."
did you count?
Yes,
Damn.
because you do too much every day.
That's crazy.
This is the same
So,
girl
yeah.
that was hopping down DJ and made DJ crazy. And DJ done started avoiding the girl.
So, yes.
I ain't even gonna get into that because I ain't
There's
gonna put my boy on
ways that you
blast.
can compliment each other, men. Just understand that.
You gotta be not gay about it, and you can't be.
Don't even
overly.
say that. You can't even say that.
Yes, you can say it. Cause nigga
You
walk up to
can.
me telling me, "Hey, bro,
It's the motive behind it.
them cheeks, boy,
You
your
got some nice
cheekbones."
lips. Yeah, that's a little gay.
Just speaking in different terms, man. It's one of
But I've actually, since I cut my hair, I have had guys say shit weird, like, and it's been weird. I didn't know how to take it. Like niggas be like, "Hey, bro, that look right on you," and that shit like, what you mean, bro?
You saw Mark face?
What you mean? What you saying? I look cuter with my glasses? With my dreads on? Just trying to say, my nigga.
You trying to say
And I didn't know how to take it, and it
you
might not
attracted
be
me?
nothing. Nigga might have just been saying, bro, that shit is a better look for you. But I definitely took it like, fuck you mean? Bro?
You looking at me, nigga? Like,
And like I said, I don't. Maybe that's the problem with society because I've never had to take a compliment like that. So for a nigga to say, "Hey, bro, that look good on you," that look for you. That's your. I don't know. The shit was weird. I just remember, and it was a couple people. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, appreciate it, bro. I ain't had one to give back because I ain't like his haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't the same. We didn't have the same. I didn't have the same.
Wasn't the
feeling.
same energy.
And then what if I compliment him back? Now I look weird as fuck. Now I look weird.
But you know, okay, have y'all ever
You too?
seen that I think it was like a video where it looked like these two men were about to fight, but really they just went toe to toe with compliments.
what was that?
It was a skit.
No, sorry to bother you. They did it on Sorry to Bother You.
Okay, well there you go. Like
Oh, if you get successful and you be able to pay for everything. What?
it's aggressive.
Y'all
man.
never
I
watched
mean,
that
it is
movie?
what it is.
That movie was actually a very deep message, though.
So
That movie was really a dope message, just about working for yourself. I mean, like being your own person.
At the end.
But workhorse, they made workhorses, so that's why I think that was just they went too far with this shit, but they were making workhorses.
So I want to jump into Mark a little bit more. So what do you tell us about you, Mark? Let's just give us some more.
Why are you
some more
free between
intimate
6 and 8 on Wednesdays?
Get out of here. But yeah, why?
Funny enough, okay, so I work at Hewlett Packard Enterprise. And
Can't cover your mouth, bro. Can't cover your mouth.
yeah, Musa, you got to talk in the mic. I had fixed the what you call it, so you ain't got to do it so much now.
So
So was it the
they have a
microphone?
program every month. It's called Wellness Day, and it lets you get off 3 hours early of your shift.
Every month.
That's one of them good
Every month,
companies.
1 day, 3 hours early.
You got a career.
That's what it is. I mean, people do have.
I got a
those.
job.
Oh. Yeah, it's a career.
Go ahead, my bad, bro.
Anyway.
But yeah, other than that, I have other things that I'm trying to do on my own.
Sorry.
I just registered my business so I actually had a podcast.
Yes.
So I had a podcast. It kind of got shaky real quick. I had to kind of
Real quick.
And now we're about to relaunch. So we're just kind of getting all the details out.
Okay, so you said you launched your business. And what is your business?
So it's called Black Zenith Productions.
Black Zenith
Oh.
Productions.
What's the services and
now.
products?
So it is a overall production company. In the beginning, we're going to be just doing a couple podcasts, but we're definitely going to be moving into doing at first short films, then of course trying to branch into major motion picture type stuff. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make it work.
Okay, awesome.
Is that how you met Cody? Because she's the actress of the day and everything. Like how that.
That nigga said of the day.
Of the day,
Funny enough,
not
yeah.
just.
I actually found Cody through that whatever ETL headshots or something like that. Yeah.
Yep, the headshots.
Yeah.
So
Slingshot.
work.
Slingshot.
So
Yeah, slingshot.
There you go.
Working
call
works.
that
That
you
means you was working, Cody.
That's
That means
it. That's it. And so you said you do podcasting too. So that's a part of your production, and that's going to be coming back through there.
Yeah.
So
what the fuck is wrong with
this
that?
man giggling. Like, what you giggling about?
He said something that we
on
none of
it.
us
On
said.
the
He
day.
said
You know,
something.
I can just picture my, you know what I'm saying? I saw your headshot, shorty. You know what I'm saying? You got that. I saw your little booty poking out and everything like that. You know what I'm
Is
saying? I
it-
just wanna know-
That
I
nigga
just
said,
wanna know
I
you- got
seen
that-
your little
But
booty.
Clearly Mark came with some respect.
I
It's
just
just
want
you.
to know you available for this film I got going on. You know?
All right, we're gonna
Hold on, time out, bro. Did you have that whole? You was over there laughing to yourself
Yes.
and the whole thing.
Hey, I talked to myself. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I talked to
That
myself.
nigga was over there with the whole scene. He had a whole skit in his head on how shit went down,
Leave me
and,
alone.
and he played it.
You played it out.
Leave me
Speaking
alone.
of that role,
And hold on, bro. All right, I'm nope. I'm not gonna let it slide. How he see her booty in her headshots?
Yeah.
God damn, Cody.
I'm not.
That's a bar. That's a bar, Cody.
So, podcast
Let me chill.
productions, and you do acting as well.
I'm definitely working on branching into acting. Yeah.
Okay. Love it. Maybe we can collab on a little something in the future. Y'all be out there ready for a production between Mark Hackworth and Cody.
Cody Code, peanut brittle.
So y'all never met each other before now?
This is our first time.
Oh,
It's our first time for everyone.
That's hard.
And-
wow. That's what's up.
That's super hard. So Instagram really does work. Hit her in the DM.
No.
No, I'm just talking. I'm
actually.
just talking. Shit. It was a
No, but
joke.
that does work actually.
What? Hitting a girl in the DM?
And DM, it depends on your approach.
You
All about your approach.
you taking a date on a DM?
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is
Really?
not
we've had this topic
This is
before,
not
so
the
bring it
topic
back.
for today.
Nope.
So,
The DM is dead.
Wait a fucking minute. I thought I knew this because that's why I asked.
The
'Cause I thought
DM
I
was
knew.
resurrected. I ain't know.
We talked about this.
But I
on the
know,
DM
but
episode.
let's wait a fucking minute. That work?
yes.
I ain't looking.
You know what?
I ain't looking for nobody.
The stats are showing actually. Let me ask y'all a question real quick.
Is it like? Is it like? Is it like video? Is it like chat?
Let her go into it. Let her go
Chat
into
room?
No.
it. Let her go into it, Don. Go ahead.
Well,
Stats is showing.
I just want to ask y'all, do y'all believe in marriage? Everybody at the table. Ain't nobody at the table married. 100%.
With Don marriage.
I believe in marriage under contractual circumstances.
Now, Bradley,
I'm not married.
do you believe in marriage?
Yes,
I believe
do.
in a prenup. I believe in.
Shanti,
I believe in
wait,
marriage.
Before you continue, you believe in marriage?
Yeah, she had to take a sip of water first.
I believe in marriage.
I think I
believe in marriage.
I believe in marriage, but I think I want to be a polygamous marriage.
I know. Oh my gosh. I know that we
Modern
had
day
this-
pimping.
Listen,
Nah,
I know.
it's more women than men.
I know we had this conversation about like being married for a certain amount of time to where you have an agreement to revisit your it's a contract that you signed in the marriage license, you know what I mean? So you revisit after a certain amount of years. But stats are showing that within this day and time, marriage has taken the all-time low percentage. And most of the millennials, 25% are saying they will probably never get married, and they are going to into the
Polygamous. Polygamy.
Polyamory.
Or polyamory. Yeah.
Thank you. See? Got Mark on the table. Yeah. Say it again.
Polyamory.
There
It
you go.
makes sense.
And because
I can see that.
they say the reason why marriages are really ending in divorce is because of infidelity. And so when you're say it one more time.
Polyamorous.
Polyamory. It's when you're having multiple.
Polynesian sauce. I had to get that one in.
But it's having multiple intimate.
I had to get
I
that
can't
in.
even go. Okay. It's about having
Polynesian sauce on it.
multiple intimate relationships at the same time.
Nasty.
So technically, you're saying, yeah, I see this person. Yeah, I'm doing this person, but I'm able to go do and see somebody else. Are most people in this day and age
I have a question.
doing open relationships than being
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
what that
I
sounds
don't.
like
I don't
when
think
it's-
more people are.
monogamous?
I don't think people are more into it. I think people are practicing it without being openly practicing. Like I think,
Yeah, that-
and most
That's
when I
called
Pimping been
that's what I'm saying.
going
That's what I'm saying. That's what exactly. I think more people are doing it than are not doing it. Like faithfulness is less happening than people are being faithful. And what I'm saying is, I think on both parties are cheating.
Wait a minute, just so I have an understanding, because I'm under the impression that polygamy is when you're married and such, you have a commitment to more than one woman.
Not necessarily. It could be the
But
other way.
are you telling me if I am cheating on my girlfriend and none of us are married, I'm still polygamous?
Yes.
Is that true?
If you're if I think if everybody understands what's going on in a relationship, it's an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Polygamy is a such a situation. If you know that we're having multiple partners, then it's an understanding. You know what I'm saying? You can practice polygamy.
They
without-
call that being a player back in my day.
But I'm saying though, and I think that's the problem. You niggas like you are messing it up.
Wait a minute, hold on. Whoa.
Because-
don't define me. I didn't say that. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. We gonna wait. Hold on, wait a minute. I think these days I'm a one woman man.
But no, listen what I'm saying though. That's the issue, because you're saying it like you're playing somebody. Like this person don't know about this, or this person don't, or they do know about it.
The thing is that they know about each other and it's okay.
That's not being a player. That's being open to the relationship, and that's
an
what
open relationship.
No, that's polygamous. Like that's what polygamy is. They're practicing that they don't mind. Like we're all in a relationship.
But there's one main person. That's the difference.
Exactly. I'm the main person.
No. You have one main partner, and for others, you know,
They like
it's
sister
They come-
it's like
And they
sister
come-
wives or like.
But marriage is not a factor in this, so they're not wives.
It does. I said
wait a minute.
similar to.
I'm about to come in with something real quick. Why is it more able for men to live this lifestyle, but women cannot live this lifestyle?
I think and the biggest thing is the biggest factor with to me, and this is like personally, I'm not on those male chauvinist thing.
Yeah, say it.
There's more women than there are men.
There are.
So the ratio.
Don't say that. I mean,
No.
that is true.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. And what I'm saying is,
Mind the goddamn board.
and on the other notion of that is, I can get every woman in a room pregnant. A woman, it's not the same. Like we have the tools to be able to do that. A woman can only get pregnant by this one guy.
That's not true.
She can be
At
multiple.
one time.
As I'm saying, she can only be pregnant by this one guy at this one time. I can impregnate 7 women
That's not
today.
true, too, actually.
I'm about to say, and
She can't get pregnant more than twice, and it's a very rare case when women have been pregnant by multiple men at the same time when she had twins or some weird shit.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No, it's a rare thing.
But it has
But
happened.
what I'm saying is, it's a rare thing. It's an extreme thing that can't happen. If I literally have sex with 7 women and nut in all of them, 6 out of 7 of them are probably going to be pregnant. That's what I'm saying. Like
you don't have to be so descriptive.
I'm giving my point. I'm
But
giving.
there are some countries in South America that practice the opposite, where women have multiple husbands and they can't have anybody else.
But she can only have a baby by one of them niggas at a time, so that's stupid.
Is it stupid?
It's
or
stupid
is it-
because I feel like at that point she can only provide for that one man, because you're only that source. A man is able. it goes back to the providing of a man. I think a man should be able to take on as many women as he could provide for, and that's my feeling about it. And
Muslim.
If a woman is not seen as the provider, a woman can't take on as many niggas she could provide for because a woman is not trying to provide for no man.
You can provide for multiple people doesn't mean that you should have multiple people on your arm or in your tribe.
Why not? It builds. I can build up.
Trust me, bro. One is enough.
I don't think so.
And you know that's your prerogative. That's what your lifestyle is going to probably consist of. I'm who's to say. But I really feel as if people these days we scream we want monogamy. We scream we want this and that.
You talking about women?
And that's the other thing, the monogamy thing. Like
men and women.
Are you gonna fulfill this sexual desire that I have?
It's not always about sex, though. You need to take that out your mind.
But that's what it is for most men. That's what I'm saying. Y'all trying to tell me the opinion of a man, what a man should. Our desire is, I was out here. I can have sex with multiple women, like I just said. I can impregnate 7 women at once. So if you're not gonna break that desire of what I have, my sexual desire.
That's because no matter how many times y'all get a woman that will match your fucking energy, y'all still will go cheat with somebody else.
That's not true.
That is absolutely true.
That's not true. Most niggas cheat
That is
because they're a lack.
absolutely true.
So,
Cheating is usually because of lack of something.
I think
Because of lack of something, or because someone else caught your attention for a millisecond, and then you decide, oh, I got this at home too. Let me go back home.
Lack.
And what the thing is of a lack is, it can be something so minute that y'all won't even speak about it to the woman that is holding you down.
Because we can't be emotional, because they go back to the beginning.
Because we are asking you questions. We are asking you how to do something, how to better things, and y'all will refuse to answer that, but yet step outside to go get it and then come back.
Mark, when women asking those questions?
They ask them. If y'all don't pay attention, y'all always think of it as nagging.
I want to speak on that, Cody. I want to speak on that, Cody. I think in my experience, I think when it comes to when a man is cheating to where it's totally just sexual. You know what I mean? I can get a sexual thing out of a different female versus I go back home to my wife and I get the sex, but I also get a whole plethora of other shit.
You don't think people cheat men cheat for mental?
What part of mental? What's mental about it?
Yeah, what part of mental? I mean, like I would say, to a certain degree, yes.
You sound like an ego.
To a certain degree, I think while hearing you saying, I step out to see, if I still got it or whatever, and I just hit this, what you call it or whatever.
Because
that's what I'm thinking about mental wise when you say that.
They don't feel like they're connecting with their partner, and they won't speak on it, but they'll rather go out and try to find it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So
I think it's more of just a lack.
I think it's more on a fleshly thing. You know what I mean? It's just a step out. It's a step out to get for a good 30, 45 minutes or whatever, and then I'm out. No strings attached. No strings attached. No da-da-da, no this and that. I'll call you when I'm ready for another round or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when you go home to your wife, you still get the round, but then you also get everything that the responsibility.
And I think that's
the
difference between cheating. When men cheat, men are cheating because of flesh. Women are cheating emotionally.
So when I say this, I step out, I get the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And it's no strings attached. I go home, I get the pussy, but I get the vagina.
Hold on, wait. Pause. Because I understand what y'all are saying, but can y'all please have some class about yourself?
Okay, I'm gonna call it class. I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah. But you know what I mean? I'll dress it up. We have intercourse. When I go home, we have intercourse with my wife, but yet it's still a number of many things that come with it afterwards, before it, during the direction of the what you call it. And sometimes that can knock a man out of that fleshliness of, you know what I'm saying, of that other woman, of where it's just that. And I can't wait to get to that once or twice, you know what I'm saying, throughout the 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're a lot more simpler than women want us to be. We're not as complex as that thought. Like, we didn't think that far. That's the reason why niggas fuck up, because they don't think about it, but it's not a thought.
Mark, what you got to say?
All right. So, kind of going back to just marriage in general, I think one of the biggest things that the U.S., like our culture, does when it comes to marriage is we don't go into marriage with proper expectations. We don't understand.
I can agree with that.
Our roles are within a marriage, and it's also there's a lot of things that are surrounding it that since we don't have that understanding and we can't really see eye to eye, that's where things break down. I actually, because I've been talking about this literally all week with all my friends, I've been looking at the divorce rates, right? So of course in the U.S. the overall divorce rate I think is at about 46% right now.
Yep.
Damn, that's more
In
than
the
half.
Black community, it's if I'm not mistaken, about 52%.
That's some data for you, y'all.
I actually looked at arranged marriages, and I just want somebody to guess what the divorce rate for arranged marriages are.
8%.
1%.
Oh, see.
I would say 3.
I want to be in an arranged marriage. Pop, if you're listening, I need you to arrange something.
It's 4% worldwide, but if you're actually in India, it's 1%. And I think that's just because culturally,
That's culturally,
they
like,
have
if you leave.
understanding of what this entire thing entails. We go into it on love, right? Which is, it's a noble idea, right? But at the end of the day, love oftentimes is just treated as a feeling, and feelings change.
Feelings are fickle.
Right. So if love is all you have, it's never going to be enough.
It's not gonna last. It's gonna be more than that. Mark, you know what? You touched on something. I want to say this on why I think arranged marriages last for real. In America, we'll be engaged for 10 years. We'll date somebody for 8, 9, and 10 years to where when you marry that person, you don't feel like anything new because what I'm getting after marriage, I've always gotten before.
Why would I get married if I've already done
So I mean,
this?
I'm slick for arranged marriages. To where you're looking at each other's resume, can these two people coexist? And then you get married and you're learning each other for the first time. The honeymoon, I'm just meeting you on my honeymoon. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's not even necessarily the way that it happens anymore, because now they have arranged marriages where there will be a brief dating period, right? My
Is there any
mother and
intercourse?
father set me up with this person over here, and what I did was no intercourse or anything like that.
There's no intercourse.
But,
Okay.
what
He
we
said
do-
it. Why you gotta say it 5 times?
I said it
Well,
once.
no,
Thank
what we
you.
do- Like what we do is we go and we kind of just feel each other out. We have conversations, things like that, and then we make the decision if this is going to be the arrangement that I want, right? That's kind of how it's happening now, but it's still the same principle, and it really at its core is a strict understanding of, as a husband, what am I expected to do? As a wife, what am I expected to do? And without that understanding, I think that's where a lot of things break down. In America, we have this grandiose idea of marriage, and it's supposed to be nothing but happiness, right? I'm
That's
so
what they
in
market.
love, I'm so happy, and then the second things get a little bit rough, then we file for divorce under unconsolable differences.
I feel
I
you.
mean, and I never feel like, unless your life is in danger, or your mental health or something like that, unless something like that is in danger, then I don't necessarily feel like it's a divorceable thing. Even in certain cases, I understand. I'm not saying that everybody has a free pass to just go out and cheat, but if you understand what your marriage is supposed to be about, then I understand when people work it out after cheating, because there's an underlying understanding that comes with what the marriage is.
Can I ask you this question?
Okay.
So when you're dating somebody, and I know there's a timeline I feel like there should be put on a relationship before it leads to marriage. But within that time frame of y'all dating, and in a relationship, there should be discussion of marriage. There should be discussions of what we expect moving forward, because you can't have that boyfriend-girlfriend mentality going into marriage, because things change. It levels up, and I believe that's one of the issues when most people get married, is that they don't really expect for the change to happen.
People don't do their due diligence. they don't actually try and figure out what are the qualities that make this person the spouse that I want in my life and I want to spend the rest of my life with. Right? Everybody kind of goes into it with an out. I've seen so many videos and things like that, and I've kind of like just taking a gauge of the overall perspective, specifically coming from like the woman's side. I see a lot of, well, I don't want to lose my independence. I don't want to be. Yeah.
No. Go. Talk to him about. Talk to him
say,
about it, bro.
Say what you gotta say.
I don't want to feel, like I'm losing who I am. I don't want to. One of the biggest things I've heard is I don't want to be a slave to this person or things like that, and they look down on the qualities that would make a.
You're talking from the man's perspective, right?
No. This is the woman's perspective because this is what women are saying today. This is why a lot of these women don't want to do.
What happens is we look at these extremes, right? It's.
I'm gonna say from a woman's perspective when he finishes.
All right, strong black woman.
And I got a question.
But no, like I've just noticed that a lot of times we just kind of look at extremes, and then we kind of live our lives based on what if this extreme happens, right? So rather
always planning for the worst.
Right. So rather than understanding, it's like, okay, me getting married to this person is a good thing.
Right.
You're looking at it, okay, what if the worst case scenario happens?
What am I going to have to give up instead of what are we going to come together?
They say if we can reprogram our brains to not think for the worst and think for the best, our society would be so much further. It's because we're always thinking about the worst case scenario and situation. So we've already put that into the universe.
And so the thing is, I actually, literally yesterday, I told my mama that. I was like, cause we went out to eat, and she was like, now my food gonna come to the table all busted. And I said, why would you put that out there to have something come to your table in a disarray that you don't, in a order that you don't want it? You want to speak things into existence that is going to be right. You're going to enjoy this.
I did it
and
shit.
And if it comes back to you in an order that you aren't satisfied with, then you have the capability of changing that instead of already expecting it to be the plum of the worst. So you're absolutely right when it comes to like our mindset. For marriage from a woman's perspective, I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Oh, she got sound effects now.
That was me.
That was this man.
I thought that was the real. Damn, bro. Hey, bro, you probably need to keep that up. I thought that was you for real. I know she got sound effects now.
Like, did that just come out my head?
No, that's funny. But Mark, everything you said was. I'm not even gonna say it's not true because it is. What?
I'm just saying, right?
What?
I need a nigga to talk like how I be wanting to say, but I be saying the shit all fucked up.
Yeah,
I need a nigga. I need a nigga to talk.
But
I need to say this nigga me all times.
Come on.
We kind of look alike. He can be like alter ego done.
Come on, Cody.
It's yes. Before we get into a relationship, we have to balance ourselves and make ourselves solid enough to where we won't just crumble in general. Now this is before we even decide to get into a relationship with somebody, even though that we want that. We crave, companionship. But then once we build ourselves up to a certain point and we think about getting into a marriage, and the horror stories that we have heard or seen within our time frame of how marriage happens, of wow, this woman was so independent, or she handled her business, but then when she got into a relationship or she got married, she plummeted. She lost all her direction. She started lifting this man up more than she was lifting herself, or either both of them. And
she was single for a long time, I bet.
I think it rarely happens that way. Like I really feel like that is a very rare case.
No, I think that's very true, especially women that's entering their 30s.
Didn't even let me finish what I was saying before we got interrupted. So as oh my God, I'm gonna tell you it again. We feel as if sometimes we're just gonna be just ran over to a point where it's just the man's decision, the man's decision, the man's decision. And we don't always think about, oh, we're gonna come together on this to make a decision, because it's always the man of the household.
Okay.
I just want to ask a question. I have a question on this. Like, I feel like the biggest contradiction that, especially women, like your genre of women, you know what I'm saying? The genre of, and to take this how you want to, that I had my father figure in my life. He was a great dad. This is fucked up when I say it out loud.
And my daddy.
I had my dad and my daddy. Like, I had my father figures in my life. I'm at my place right now, and it's not against you. You know what I'm saying? I'm at this point in my life where I don't have children. I'm in the point of my career of everything where I want to go in my place and where I'm trying to be at. I've learned a lot of times with the women like y'all are very hard to satisfy.
That's
and
a lie.
and you know what I'm saying? The reason I say is because y'all have this such of an independence of y'all that for y'all, but y'all want a man to lead. And it's like, it's a contradiction in itself.
Yeah, it is. I think it is a contradiction. To be such an independent woman and to let a guy lead. There's no room for a man to lead in your life
That's
if you're
so
independent. Let me expound upon that,
Shanti,
Don, good point.
Chime in on this one,
Let her
because
speak.
this is something I have discussed over and over again as of recently. I am not going to follow somebody that is behind me. For one.
Say it again.
Then why are you with that motherfucker?
Wait.
I am not going to follow somebody that is behind me, because at the end of the day, a leader, a man is supposed to be ahead of their woman for me to even follow them in the first place.
So a woman can never bring a man up. In no case, a man can.
Don, stick to your guns, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, no. What I'm saying is, a woman can never be with a man that she can bring him up to his level, and then he can surpass her and showing her how to lead once she get him to a certain level.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Yep.
First, we need to actually like, what does behind you mean?
Talk to him, Mark. I needed this.
Behind you, meaning that you're not on the same level mentally, or you are like you're at a more a less mature level than I am, as in your mental, and then as your ambition and your career drivenness and all that other stuff, if you're not putting forth the same effort, because you could make $100 a week and I make $1,000 a week, and I might still want to follow you because you have more insight than I do and you have more knowledge than I do. Not necessarily that you putting forth the effort to get to that level, but you aren't showing me anything that is worth me following your leadership, or something that doesn't make sense in general to the general population. Why would I follow that to anyone? It doesn't make sense.
But see, I don't think women pick based off of that. Mm-hmm. I don't think they pick based off of that.
You either got
I mean?
a bag or you got some bomb wee. Like,
Now, okay.
what
Also,
woman is picking a man off her? Like, and then if you're saying you're picking a man off his emotional connection to you, then nothing else matters at that point. If he can just emotionally get you to that point, his financial status, and if a nigga don't got a bag, bro, a woman is not dealing with.
Okay, so let me. Okay, I wanted to speak on what you were saying about how
independent women can't be led.
Can't be led. Yeah, let me speak on that.
By
Because
dependent men.
my father and my father figure, my stepfather, and the other men in my life that has really made a mark, they all showed me how I was supposed to be treated, how I was supposed to be led, how I'm supposed to be responded to. Now, there's examples of how I see a man operating with a woman, whether it's his child, whether it's his wife, or someone he's dating. When it comes to me being independent and doing what I need to do for me, and then someone else coming into my life, you have to be on that level of what I've seen growing up. Now, I understand that not everybody is on that same accord, especially in our
That's a hell of a
younger.
bar.
Let me finish what I got to say. It is a bar.
I said that's a hell of a bar. It's
It is a bar.
It's three men that you want somebody to be into.
But then that's when I have to consider and understand my age bracket and where I am in life, and understand that they can bring a certain amount of what I know that is what I deserve and what I should have in my life through them. So it's not I'm expecting perfection. I'm expecting you to hold a standard. I have a standard. If I can treat myself and do certain things for myself, then you should be able to do it as well, if not more.
Right.
So I shouldn't have to go below what I can do for myself just because I want somebody by my side. That's not the case. And so it may seem like independent women are hard to please, but it's not because we're hard to please. It's because we have our own standard that we hold ourselves up to. And so we hold the man to that same standard.
To your standard.
To my own standard. Not in the standard of somebody else, but to my own standard.
So you
how
telling
I
us
treat
niggas need to level up?
Yes, because if you can't get on that standard, then you got to go.
So
I
this
think
is
it's
something that,
backwards.
I definitely want to kind of like make note of, right?
Yes. Give me the
We come across this whole independent thing so much, right? I have no problem with somebody being independent if you're on your own. It's no big deal, right?
No problem.
It's
Me neither.
What you have to do to survive when you don't have, a spouse.
Right.
You have to be independent.
That's what comes with it.
When
I'm his
you
ad-lib.
finally do meet somebody, get married, right?
Okay.
A lot of women
Turn
I
that shit
notice-
off. Oh my bad.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
They turn that shit off. Oh my bad.
Okay, so
what
no,
up?
what I'm saying is a lot of times when women who are wholly independent, when they get married and things like that, they don't turn it off, right? Because they think that they are.
And it's hard for them.
Maintain independence
Hold on,
because
before
a
you
lot
start,
of times
I
I feel like a lot of women put their identity in their independence, and you can't put your identity in one part, especially something that's going to have to go away.
Right.
And then they think that when it comes time to come together with somebody, then it's going to be codependence, and then I'm just going to lose myself completely.
Right.
That's not the case. We shouldn't be striving for codependence. It should be interdependence. Which means that
Hold on. Run that back.
no, like it should be interdependence where we both depend on each other to.
What's the word you're using? I'm sorry. What's the word?
Interdependence.
Interdependence.
Right.
Is it spelled with an I or E?
An I. But what does it mean?
I
Like bring it
wanna
down,
do
bro.
E.
Break it down.
I wanted it to be
You interdependency.
Okay, so interdependence is essentially when you have two people who come together and they're striving for a common goal.
Wow.
And each one of them depends on the other to do what they say they're going to do.
And
Right? I'm not going to, like, if I have a person that I'm being interdependent with, I'm not going to run around and try and do everything myself. They have something that they have to do, and I'm trusting that they're going to do that. And I'm depending on them to do that. And it's not a bad thing.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of us, just generally, not even just women or anything like that, that's where we end up falling short because we don't have that capacity to be interdependent.
I am upset
Why are you upset?
because I feel like this. I feel like this word should have been in my life before this moment in my life. Like I feel like there's points in my life that, like when I found out when I found out bar stood for beer and alcohol room, it blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those moments. You know what I'm saying? I was yesterday years old when I found out.
I was today years old when I found that out.
Okay,
And I work
Bradley,
behind
you
that
were
bitch
saying
every day.
something
Go to the bar?
about
Yes,
how once a woman has been independent for such a period of time, it's hard for her
Yes.
to dive into being in a
Yes, ma'am. You paying attention? Yes.
Interdependent.
Right.
Interdependent.
I mean, because think about that.
I
She's
want to comment when you finish.
that's fine. She's been independent all her life, all through her 20s, and now she's 33, 35. Do you think that's an easy transition for her to lay all that down and to trust somebody else, especially if she
You don't
has?
just drop it all at once, though. it's like a gradual thing. Like you're in your relationship status and you give them a little bit more, and then you get engaged and you give them a little bit more. You don't just lose your independence out of nowhere. It don't just drop the day you say I want to be your wife or I want to be your girlfriend. It should drop by the time you want to go down the aisle.
Right. I'm gonna let you go. But see, all of that stems from trust. Do you trust your husband to lead you?
I think
You know what I'm
the biggest thing I think from that conversation, the biggest thing, it hasn't been that conversation, bro. I don't think that conversation has came about in most relationships. Go ahead.
Can I get the
Can I get the orange juice?
Can I get a?
Orange juice.
Talk about that.
Can I get an orange juice?
Can you get
an orange juice?
She only asked 5 times.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, man.
That's T-Sis.
It's the last of the bottle.
Let me get the other one then.
The crazy
It's another
thing
one
is, and
coming.
I love the fact that this
There you
has
go.
been brought up, it's because I myself, personally speaking, can really connect with this because I want a relationship. And I do want it. Necessarily, do I know if I want it right now? Maybe, maybe not.
Can you slow down?
But
I think that'd
Can
be
you slow down?
hell on you, Cody.
But when I say this, it's like, you know, I haven't been in a relationship in a while, and it's like I've been independent more so for my emotional state. I've been independent for doing what I need to do for myself, really working hard, and I mean that comes with it. But it's like when it comes to being in a relationship, I'm kind of rusty.
Does somebody have to be at that point? Is what I'm does somebody have to be? Because I don't want to make it seem like you're just so far off. Like,
Go ahead,
does
find it, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, does somebody have to be just as well off to be able to be in a
No.
relationship with you?
And I don't want them to be. I want that person to.
Oh, you don't want them to be as well off as you? Mind my
well
business.
off, no, we talking about well off. Like,
You tell me
no,
to mind my
I was about to tell you mind your business. But are you saying like well off? Like, what do you mean?
When I say well
But
off,
if they're not, Cody, then I'm hearing that you'd rather be in control.
What you saying, Don?
I'm not necessarily see, and well off can be well off, and I think that's where the line is just so gray. I think that's where that gray line comes in because well off can be it's niggas in better state of mind that aren't financially where they need to be, but it's niggas who are financially where they need to be that aren't in line with where they need to be mentally. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gray area because 10 years ago I had the money. Right now I got the mindset. You know what I'm saying? So now it's all balancing out. Like now I know what to do with it, but at the same time, like
You ain't got the money. Yeah.
I ain't had the money that I got.
You got
right
the
now.
peanut butter but no jelly.
Exactly.
And then another season you got jelly and no peanut butter. I got you.
It's like
Are you gonna be able to be that peanut butter for me? You know what I'm saying? Can you help me be that balance versus seeing that I don't actually have all these attributes? Because at the same time, you have literally like on paper you look damn near perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So are you gonna be able to go look at somebody who
But she won't submit.
But are you gonna be able to go? But I'm saying, are you gonna be able to go look at someone's paper who doesn't have the same thing? They has a
and
little
that's the
scratches
thing.
and shit
That's
on
the
theirs.
thing. It's and this is where I believe independent women get misconstrued or either we're misunderstood the most is because just because we're independent we can do this and that for ourselves, we get labeled as the people who don't want someone who can't do that for us. But really it's the mindset that we're really looking for, and you have to be able to have something but also be able to understand our side, understand where you should be as well, and see that you can't be in that mediocre lane any longer if you want to come towards what I have going on. And for
So
me,
you striving for perfection. You striving for greatness. You striving for greatness. No, it's no problem with it.
Yes.
And take this how you may want to. I don't know who listening, and I don't know how this is gonna come off. And I hope it ain't
disclaimer.
And I hope it ain't. I hope it ain't no beef from after this question, because I feel like we all on personal level, so we know certain things.
Still hit up the Nugget store.
You know what I'm saying? Still follow me at Nugget. No, see, that's God telling me don't ask that question.
Hey, bro, bro. Remember,
All right,
you
okay. So
sell it to the matches. Don't blackball yourself.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's just probably gonna it might cause some friction later on, but I ain't tripping about it.
No,
it's cool. It's cool.
Get to the money.
That's what this show is. I'm the dysfunction of this family.
Get to the bag.
What I'm saying is, being a woman who I've known you know what I'm saying, and being in relationships, do you feel as if sometimes you've had to settle or you've settled in situations because you've been an independent woman and maybe having children? Do you think your situation is a little bit different where you've settled sometimes versus being able to pick out that I don't want to say perfect, but more trial area?
Yeah.
If you understand it.
Okay, so y'all know me.
That's
If
why I said I didn't want to ask this question without.
if somebody isn't personally living with me, shit usually only lasts like 3 to 6 months. It's like really a trial period, and if you ain't got it by 3 months, I know you ain't gonna have it by a year.
See, you pick funny, but I got a comment.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her.
Go ahead.
Damn, she didn't even get it.
Because the grand.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though.
Yeah, but okay, so when I first had Asher, I
was like,
felt
she put
like,
niggas' names out here. This shit is crazy. I know, it's cool.
When I first had Asher,
I know, but I thought she was going.
I kind of felt like, you always watch. I watched too much TV growing up, and I was like, oh, ain't nobody gonna want a bitch with a baby. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. I can say that as a single.
Correct and said bitch with a baby, but I say
what?
As a single, that's true.
Yeah.
I had to learn that. But go ahead.
But I kind of realized like after I had my second child that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
Whatever you deserve.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. But go ahead.
Because whoever is for you is for you.
I get yelled at, and it ain't even me.
It don't matter. Your flaws are your flaws, and whoever is for you, they're gonna love you.
Your baby's not a flaw now, but go ahead.
I'm not talking about my children. My children are not flaws. I'm saying in general, whatever somebody may see as a flaw, whether it's your feet, your toes, your hair, whatever they think is a flaw, somebody's gonna think that shit is beautiful. At the end of the day, somebody
a type of person. But go ahead.
Again,
just go ahead and go to your point.
For everybody.
Okay,
but yes, the point. Back to your question, yes, niggas usually had a trial period, and sometimes I did settle, and we gonna leave it at that.
And I don't know if it's because I'm like that close into your circle. Where I guess I've seen, you know what I'm saying, like the people you've been around, you know what I'm saying. I guess that's just like the other thing I've seen, kind of like, but I've seen someone like, dang man, Shanti not, you know what I'm saying, like that's, in my opinion, Shanti way doper than that in situations that you've been in. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, did she just do that because this, or did she do it because, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a dope person, so it's like, dang, girls like her give niggas shots, and but I be seeing like the niggas who be around, be like, these the niggas who be fucking it up.
Yeah, absolute facts.
So I mean, and I think that's the problem. Like it's so many fuck niggas out here. Like fuck niggas are really posing as real niggas, and shit is really getting fucked up. Like, I think that's really the biggest thing.
And
like
that boils down to. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, so I think one of the reasons why so many of them out there is because just overall the bar has been lowered.
To what a nigga has to be.
No, by not being eligible straight men for straight women.
That's why I need three of y'all.
Go ahead, Mark.
Elaborate on that.
I think it's just overall. So I try not to quote him too much, but of course I've been watching
Here we go.
a lot of Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. Well, look, I just got on his. I just got hip to Kevin Samuels about 2 days ago.
One of the biggest things, because I've actually I've done a lot of
shout out
like,
to Kevin
different
Samuels if you hearing this, bro.
Quiet.
But
Today you go.
of course we have the
Independent.
whole sexual marketplace, right?
Shut the fuck up, Bradley.
And in this sexual marketplace, you have to understand.
You better stop that.
He says it all the time. Men hold access to relationships and marriage. Women hold access to sex and children. Right? Now,
Is that all y'all worth? That's basically what he's saying.
About all
it's
your
not the
worth.
worth.
Because men are worth more than relationships and marriage, as are women are worth more than sex and children. But when we're talking about the sexual marketplace, as in how we relate to each other, how we're determining who to essentially exchange these goods for and with, then we have to take all that in consideration, right? Our just overall, the price of sex has been low.
2 Chainz said it. You can get you a nut for $80.
However you want to, but at the end of the day, it started to happen around the feminist sexual revolution, right? Women can have sex just like men for fun, whatever.
The Me Too shit.
I'm not saying that women don't have that choice. It is what it is. But understand that what that did
Devalue.
was it lowered the price. So now men can get what they want without having to offer what they have.
True.
So
As long as you got the bag, you can get the.
generally speaking,
And the bag is only about $80, but
the
okay.
price has been lowered. Now that doesn't mean that individuals don't still have high prices. But the thing is, just understand that
Value.
because what you have can be achieved a lot easier right around the corner, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
It's like hotel prices. Like if all the hotel prices is this price, then we're gonna pay for this. But since all the hotel prices so cheap, I'm gonna go stay over here.
But sometimes you know what you want. You know yourself better, and you know I don't want to stay at
At the
2-star Fleabag motel, so I'm gonna go and stay
And that's why I'm gonna keep. That's why I'm gonna keep this one over here. But I know this one over here gonna do something different. And I think that's what the whole cheating situation coming about. Because what I get at the 5-star hotel, the 2-star hotel gonna do, and it ain't gonna be no complaints behind it. Like I say, I think there's a difference between. It goes back to when we're talking about marriage, the whole nagging thing. Like I think it has to be. Women have to figure out a different approach on that shit. If it's
What do you mean nagging?
Let me tell you what the word says about that. The word says a man rather crawl out the window. Listen,
I'm not doing that.
a man rather crawl out the window and go to the roof and sleep on the roof than with that nagging ass woman.
I don't think they say that in the word.
It says that in the word.
I don't think it says ass.
It don't say.
I'm pretty sure ass.
I filtered it, but that's what the Bible
You didn't
says.
filter it. You unfiltered
We're
it.
talking about images.
That's what the Bible says. That's what the word
But
says.
I'm
The
just
word
saying,
don't lie.
Honestly, do you like?
God don't lie.
I feel like
He's not a man that he shall lie.
we have it harder, especially as black men, to stand to a certain standard. And women, I feel like a lot of times on y'all have is it's the constant what a nigga not doing. It's the constant what we aren't doing. It's never a build up on I see you doing this, this, and this. Like we don't get that. We don't even get that consideration from y'all. So let's go back to the original first topic. Y'all don't even give us the same compliments that y'all give other women. So for us to even indulge and be more into our women, we're not getting that same. We're not getting
It's a
that
disconnect.
There's a
That's what I'm
disconnect. There's a disconnection. There's not being reciprocated for the man. A man is.
It's responsibility.
Yeah, we got to bring flowers.
It's a job.
Well, even if you think about like when it goes down to like Father's Day. Father's Day is not
Underappreciated.
it's underappreciated.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but y'all ain't got no kids to be appreciated for having a
But I'm saying
We ain't
though,
talking about us, but I'm talking about us.
me. I'm
I'm
talking
talking about us appreciating
I
our.
can't even agree
I'm,
about
I'm
that.
talking. Listen, you worked in the restaurant industry just like I worked in the restaurant industry. You've been at the restaurant on Mother's Day. You've been at the restaurant on Father's Day.
Yes.
On Father's Day, nigga, you can get a seat anywhere in that bitch. On Mother's Day, nigga, if you didn't book yesterday, you ain't sitting down.
Listen, let's not even.
That's not even a. Like men are not appreciated,
More. Shout out to all the single mothers because they be doing the job.
and they do it on. How y'all gonna get a Father's Day and a Mother's Day?
Because the father
No, that
decided
don't
to
mean
step
nothing.
away
But there's
on
fathers. There's fathers out here who.
child, and he's
There's
not being a
there's
father.
not. But you're not being a father. You're just a mother who's doing her part.
Two jobs.
It's
That is very true.
Don't. We
but
always
it's not
miss.
a disrespect.
I am.
It is.
I am one.
It is. If
Listen,
a man gets
I
signed,
am one who I can say. Listen, I am one that have said Happy Father's Day to my mother
And you're-
on Father's Day.
because she
I
demanded
am one
it.
that has done that.
Because she demanded it.
Understand the concept. I do.
It's dumb.
But understand that
You've
your mother already
devalued the
had a
man.
day. Like if
I
we're
didn't hear
doing
you.
it,
What'd you say?
Your mother already had a day. Like if we're talking about just holidays, right? Your mother had Mother's Day. You celebrate her and you go all out for her on that day, right?
Right.
On Father's Day, if you don't have a father, then okay, I understand.
Just don't celebrate the day.
But yeah, you just don't celebrate.
You don't celebrate Hanukkah?
You don't take that day
quiet,
away
Don.
from a man. From
interrupted
men in
me.
general, and say Happy Father's Day to all the single mothers because they're not fathers. And
If
the
a-
thing,
That's
we
the
have to start
dysfunction in our
celebrating
community.
that.
But that's part of the problem. That's the dysfunction
If
in
a
our
dad
community.
did that on Mother's Day, he would be scrutinized to the fucking T.
Do you
And
know
there's
that for sure?
I know if a man
Or
posted
even
that
like-
Happy Mother's Day on Father's Day, I mean, if a dude posted Happy Mother's Day to me on Mother's Day, you don't think he would be scrutinized? This nigga would be all over the shade room.
No, actually, I feel as if he would be celebrated by the people who.
Nobody
understand.
would.
Okay.
We don't
Well,
get.
I can't even get my point across because you're disagreeing without even hearing what I got
I
to
wasn't
say.
finished my point.
So your point is saying that if a man was to shout out himself for being both roles in the child's life, that he would get so much backlash?
Yes.
I don't believe that, because there's also men being praised about being single fathers. But yes, you may be right about fathers not being as celebrated, as holding it down as a single father, or because you rarely hear that. But and chances are that there is a single father, he is being respected, he's being uplifted. I've seen that. I don't know where y'all have been,
What
but
I'm
I've
saying
seen
is
people
what I'm saying is
celebrated.
and what I'm saying is in the complete retrospect of what the conversation is, men don't get celebrated like
Because
women.
It's because men have not been doing it as long as women
But they
have.
have though.
Okay.
They have though.
they?
Yes.
I will say.
Have they
that
really?
There are more
Or has it been
single
more
mothers than
single
there are
mothers
There-
and more
100%.
mothers who have had those father figures in their life, but still take on more roles and more discipline, more
here's the
leading,
thing,
and more
though. Here's the
things
thing,
in that child's life than the father actually has, and they've been in their life.
But that's because that's the man that they chose.
No, it's the man that's been in their life, and they decided that they weren't going to step up to the plate.
Here's the
That's
thing,
why.
Here's the thing, though. I understand single mothers or single parents taking on more than they usually would have to if they had the other person in the situation. I understand that, but also understand they're not necessarily fulfilling the other role.
Right.
They're doing more,
But they're not
100%
taking that
On
of
their
place.
half, right.
I can agree
If
with
that's-
that.
If that's the hand that you've been dealt, kudos for stepping up.
Only a
to
man
what
can
you've
raise a
been.
young boy to be a
But
man.
You have to understand that that
I
role
have.
is not being filled by that one person.
And what I'm basically saying is we are being, if a man does it, it's so much worse. Like if a man it's not praise. We ain't even gotta go to Father's Day, bro. Let's think about Christmas. Let's just literally think about Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, the man is gonna get a gift. He's gonna get one nice
Why
gift.
would you say that?
Because that's just how the shit.
No, it's not.
The shit is set up like that.
It's not.
If you listen.
And it's so frustrating to hear how, like, I hear it coming from a man's perspective.
Statistically
because
wise,
Listen to him. bro.
women and the children get more gifts than men. Period. You can't say that men don't get the least amount of gifts given to in a yearly span. Do you think women or men receive more gifts?
We're least honored. That's what I'm
Okay,
hearing.
I believe women receive more gifts, yes. But do I...
That's
am I
it. That's
saying-
my only point.
Am I saying that men don't receive gifts or either appreciation or just
Honor.
random gifts and
Honor.
things like that? I'm not saying that. That's not true. You
We don't
cannot
get it
just-
on the same. We don't get it on the same level of what you guys receive it on.
But is that
If you-
from the
if you-
past, or are you speaking about what's coming forth in the
Period. Like it from the beginning of time, men have always had to be the ones who either provided this service for the people.
No.
Men have never. We're not a.
There was a
recipient.
time where the man was honored, where the father was honored in the house. There was a time where the mother said, "If you don't sit down, I'm gonna tell your daddy," and that kid would sit
And
the
there's
fuck
still
down.
a time of that.
That's still
And-
go. Even in that, the man was respected. He wasn't honored. He was respected.
I disagree. Probably not in our generation. Because if you talk about my mom, we fight. You talk about my daddy, so what? That's our generation. That's our generation. But that's only this generation.
Bro, that's been since the beginning of time, bro.
No,
Nobody ever got pissed
no.
off about what you said about the king.
No,
they got pissed off what
no.
you said about the queen.
There was a time of where your mother would say, "I'm gonna tell your daddy," and that kid would straighten the fuck up.
That's respect. That's respect.
That's
for your,
honor too.
No, that's respect. What I'm saying is they don't get
too.
They don't get the acknowledgement. They don't get the gratitude. They don't get that. That's not a part of the love language of what men get.
Okay, that's cool. But I think that's just in our generation.
I will say enough about the father, mother, because it's not going anywhere and it's getting on my nerves. So, Mark, you had a question. I don't want to
He Too movement.
without going over it because
Don't poke the bear.
you were here, and I definitely want to hear one of your topics that you want to talk about.
So
It's lit, y'all.
Pretty much the topic
I need
is,
y'all to get them lights up.
who is responsible for the image of Black America? Is it the media or is it Black America itself? Now I'm talking about the state of where we are now.
I think it's Black America.
How we are portrayed, right? Because a lot of people, I've heard it, and this kind of started from yet another Kevin Samuels video where there was an exchange, and the woman that he was talking to was saying that the reason that we are where we are is because mainstream media, Hollywood, whatever, they portray certain images of us, and because of those images, of course, life imitates art. So then we end up in a lesser position socially, lesser position in our society, economically, because of the images that have been portrayed. And then Kevin Samuels, his perspective was, it is our responsibility for what we consume, for what we not only consume but support, and then how we actually portray ourselves in the day to day. So, with all of that considered, who do you think is actually more responsible?
Black
media
people.
or us?
Black people.
At this point, media and in a long term, it's definitely us. You know what I'm saying? Because we can only if we only have these images for them to portray, then that's all that they could show. We're giving them so much ammo of negativity to show. Like, we're the ones posting each other, fighting each other. We're the ones posting us doing the negative
So
to each other.
it's Black America itself.
It's Black America itself because
I
it's
agree.
what we're providing the media. You know what I'm saying? If we provided the media that we're all like,
Yeah.
I noticed on the algorithm of my different Instagrams, like on my Nugga page, it's a bunch of girls, it's a bunch of booties, it's a bunch of random like shit like that. Whereas my homeboy Don page is, if you follow a lot of my stuff on there, it's like positive quotes, positive content, positive like, and I think a lot of the times is what we're putting out there is that this is what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? We've blown up the World Star.
That's how I be feeling most of the shit.
We've blown up the World Star. We've blown up
Just let it
the.
fall off your back. It'll be all right.
We've blown up the World Star. We've blown up the shade rooms.
You heard me?
We've blown up all these
You
social
heard me?
medias
Welcome to
to
my
a
world.
sense. It's not a problem.
It's a problem, ain't it?
It's what we are. So if that's who we are, either we're gonna embrace it and start buying into these companies and understand that we're just an entertainment and the world's gonna follow us and whatever we gonna do. A lot of times I think that's the biggest problem is we don't even understand how much power we have as the Black community. Like, everybody is following what we're
You
doing.
got bouncing back power, though. You'll be okay.
Hip hop is like the most influential product that's out there, period.
I think
It's
I got
the most
another water around here. You want more water?
It's another influential just
I get it.
situation.
I've been there.
It's cool, bro. You keep talking and we can hear you.
Yo, man.
I think it's partially
Like,
the
everything
media
you
as
said
well.
was just like in between everything I was saying.
Because with the media, they're only allowing certain things to be put out there. They're not promoting the positive shit that's out there. They're not promoting the Black businesses and the people that are trying to do better. Because honestly, I feel like this is the most aware generation like thus far, and I feel like if we don't advance at this point, we can't blame anybody. But it's still a structure of who started this and where did it come from, because we didn't just come here wanting to fight each other and shit. Like, we will literally walk past a white man, they can say anything they want to us, and are we gonna punch them in their mouth? Hell no. But if a motherfucking Black man say something to you, you don't give a fuck. You gonna hit that nigga.
That happens to you. A white man say anything they want to you?
Not to me. I'm just saying.
I mean,
in
like
general.
in general.
I don't
like,
think white people. I think that's a different subject
yeah.
because I don't think white people are out here just
think they are-
blatantly
they
saying
are
No,
shit.
I'm not saying that. My godfather is an 80-something-year-old white man, and like all of these Black folks on the street, whatever, this, that, and the third, they want to fight and everybody. He walked through, they just like damn near clear the damn path, and he say one thing and they respect it and keep it going. But if a Black man said that same thing, it would have been an argument.
I don't think so. I think a lot of Black people, we turn our heads in those situations. Like, if we see a bunch of niggas fighting, if we're not pulling our phones out, we're not trying to go break it up. That's not what's happening. I think that's probably another problem about our side. If it ain't got shit to do with me, it ain't got shit to do with me. or I'm going to record it so I can be a part of it in this way and try to get this shit on World Star. But I think that's probably a bigger problem for us because we're not acknowledging the bullshit that's going on. Like, I don't want to watch the next fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch the next. Like, I know what I want to watch on social media, and I think we gotta just change. I think we are changing. I think that's the biggest problem, and I think even towards the media situation, I think they're making it seem as if we're not trying to change it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Media is trying to make it seem like this is all we are. When you have people like, what's your guy name? Kevin Sandel. I watch niggas like Derek Grace.
Get on it. I just got hip to Kevin Samuels.
But I'm saying Kevin Samuels. I mean, there's plenty of people like E.T. There's plenty of people out here who are doing inspirational things who are not getting that same respect of the Shade Room or the other social media platforms that posting the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Love and hip hop is the most thing because it's excitement of the negativity that's going on in our culture. Like there's nobody posting the who has the best podcast in Atlanta show. You know what I'm saying? Who's talking about the best thing in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. I think the problem is we're only giving them negative shit to feed into. So it's based off us. So I would definitely say, to answer your question, the biggest problem is us. Like, we have to change our mindset. And if we change what we doing, then they don't have a choice. If we're the platform, if on Revolt TV all they're showing is positivity and BET all they're showing is the positivity and they're not just showing. Like even right. Tyler Perry,
but when it's entertaining, they show two black people fighting, and that's entertaining for us. I think that's the issue.
Even if you think about Tyler Perry, his whole theme is the demise of the black woman. You know what I'm saying? I think his entire cultural plays, and maybe he's trying to bring women up, but if you think about everything it was always the negativity of a black woman. Like everything about what it was the negative on a black woman, which was such an empowerment. And
not just that, but the rich black man was the villain. And the blue collared black man that loved Jesus, he was the savior. You feel what I'm saying?
You've already created an image on who we are. Like if you got money, you a negative nigga. If you a broke nigga, then you a positive nigga.
Correct. I agree with you 100%. Here's one question I want to ask for you ladies real quick. Does submission equal slavery to y'all when it comes in terms of being married? Because as you get married, you're supposed to submit to your husband, to the man, to the household. So
let's go back to the other situation. Do you feel like you would be submissive, Cody?
No, don't take it there, damn it. Ashanti, does submission equal slavery to you?
No.
Not at all? Okay. All right. Just real back.
Not to you either, Cody? But you're not talking no more?
Yeah, don't go there. Don't poke the bell.
No, don't poke the bell because we talking. If not, we should close out the show and just tell everybody to see us on another week.
It's 8:20. We had an awesome, great show. Mark, it was awesome to have you, man. Hope to have you back again. You're always welcome at the dinner table. I have some more mineral water here for you, sir. You know what I mean?
We actually have bottles of water now. Shout out to Mook B for grabbing. I hope Mook will let us get a bottle out of the case. Sure. Tell them where to find you again, Mark.
At Mark Hackworth on Instagram. That's really where I'm at most. So follow me there.
Very good, very good.
Follow me at All Star Dutch. Also Nugget.NoUglyGirlsAllowed. At homeboy.done. You know what I'm saying? We got too many Instagrams to go.
Right. And you can follow us on my_dysfunctional_family on Instagram. And then you can follow your boy, big homie T. You know what I'm saying? Slat T Sizzle. You know what I'm saying? At T._Bradley. If you're looking for that new sound, that new wave or whatever, whoop de whoop, we can get it popping and cracking. I need a check. All right. Cody, where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me at _ code name Wit and at my
peanut brittle
_dysfunctional_family
_peanut brittle.
No.
You got a hashtag peanut brittle page?
I'm about to do that.
About to.
Shanti, where can they find you at?
They can find me at Ashanti Diana, ASHANTIDIONNA, and they can also follow me at Lovely Shoes.
How you spell Sugar Shay?
Sugar Shay. I'll create something. Bye, y'all. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8, right here.
Before we get out of here, let's talk about this board. I think we should turn off the audio, but leave the screen on, and let's play this game.
Let's play this. We got to play this game real quick, y'all.
Let's play the game, but we're gonna turn the audio off because we don't know. Oh,
next week, y'all.
We can
Alright.
turn that. We just turn
No, we
it
turn
down.
it off. I think
Every
we turn it off
week,
'cause words
every
gonna be
Wednesday
getting
from
sick.
6 to
Cody finna
8.
cuss us
Vic,
out.
shout out to my boy Vic, man. I'm sorry I ain't get a chance to do
She
it.
gonna say
I ain't get a
something.
chance
She
to
not gonna say nothing 'cause you
give your
She gonna-
comments out, man. You know,
Okay, so
I had to let
I
that
need
go.
2 bells.
You know what I mean? But Vic, it was good to have you,
Is
man.
the
Keep
mic
coming
still
up. Shout out to my people that
He's talking to his phone.
shout out to my people that chimed in every Wednesday from 6 to 8. All right.
No, you turn them off. Just mute. Just go ahead and mute. They can just see it. Go ahead, mute. Go ahead, mute.
I cannot find my gold mark. So I guess you're gonna have to keep going.
I can see your body all over me. I know you feel it too. Even though it's wrong, it feel right. Slow stroking, I'm just trying to take my time with you. You gotta feel me. Sex, sex, flirt with you. And loving you. If I can't have you.
But if I can't have you, just get up, don't tease me. Just give me your heart and tell me you need me. And maybe I'm right here just waiting on you. Show me love, what we gotta do. Now that you're here, climb that up behind me. Make me say, oh Lord, what he got up inside me. And when I'm loving on you, I don't think so clearly. Kissing on your move like, who did you miss me?
I can see your body all over me. I know you feel it too. Even though it's wrong, Slow stroking, I'm just trying to take my time. You gotta feel me. Sex, sex, if it ain't real. And love ain't love if I can't have you.
I can see how your body's all over me. You supposed to be here with me, that's how it's supposed to be. That body gets super wet for me. She got her own, she don't want none. She all up in love, but it's all of a sudden. Fuck him, he ain't talking about nothing. Shawty got wet, we talking about fun. And she might deal with me if she like. I gotta hurry up, she rush.
I can see your body all over me. I know you feel it too. Even though it's wrong, it feel right. Slow stroking, I'm just trying to take my time. You gotta feel me. Sex, sex, if it ain't real. And love ain't love if I can't have you.
Hurry up, take that cup, double stuff, cause I need it. Best believe me. Let's get it poppin' tonight, you gon' receive me. Take a shot with me, cause I need you. I'll even leave all my problems, baby.
Leave all your problems, baby. Take shots, relax your mind. Have you wanna chill with something real? Tryna party, tryna have a good time. Yeah. Shout out the shot, 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 shout out the shot.
One more stand. There's no one hope, but we are the land. I've been drinking and smoking all night, smoking all night, smoking all night. Woke up this morning, goddamn, we gotta fight, then we gotta fight, goddamn, we gotta fight. Yeah, I've been drinking and smoking all night, smoking all night, smoking all night. Yeah, out the window, goddamn, it's alright, damn, it's alright, goddamn, it's alright.
Let me take you back to 19, pushing the 850 with a slight lean. The kids exciting, flashing like lightning. Who can contain the strangers? Try make it simple and plain. Strangers die trying to fuck with I. Whipping the gas hustler, little nigga big hustler. Diamond cluster, clutch your open mic ruster. Come from a town where neighborhood chops will blow off your brain and off your chain and things. So he can ride around with more show and watch your watch shine. Niggas spark nines and all kinds of guns. They light a dark time where I'm from. If I pull up in the Benz, I'm treated like a champ. The ramp to success now, how to live and trust. Find out who's down now, how to live with us. How to unite, no more sports or competition. On a new mission, change your jurisdiction.
One
change
mission,
your
same goal.
ammunition.
If you shoot, aim close. Gotta be in, you can't be on. You gotta feel it in your soul. While your soul searching, watch out for them. Kneel it on your throat, cause it seems like they don't want us to grow. We already entertaining how we ballin', fighting, putting on the show. They already judge us by our hair, car prices and clothes. You see they killing by the thousands, now it's happening folks. Cause you can't go nowhere, and there's nowhere to go. But you the chosen one, now you the one that they chose. It's really getting out of hand, it's a slippery slope. Pandemic's going on, what you gonna do with a vote? That's why I sit back chillin', I smoke, geek.
I've been drinking and smoking all night, smoking all night, smoking all night. Woke up this morning, goddamn, we gotta fight, then we gotta fight, goddamn, we gotta fight. Yeah, I've been drinking and smoking all night, smoking all night, smoking all night. Yeah, out the window, goddamn, it's alright, damn, it's alright, goddamn, it's alright. Yeah. Should I
got stuck. Took this one look, then the dick got sucked. Didn't give a fuck, the bitch didn't fuck. Can't